and passengers leave behind. Turtle Wax Power Out Pet Mess Kit. Trusted innovation inside and out. Buy today from Halfords to get 20% off.
Hello, sir. Can I interest you in a new Vauxhall with a...
Advanced European engineering?
Exactly. And feel free to explore the...
Connectivity for mobile devices?
And did you know it's the Vauxhall £500 free fuel event between the 11th and 14th of May?
Really?
Yes. So now you can take advantage of £500 free fuel when you drive away a new Vauxhall. And that's in addition to our Help to Buy offers.
Search Vauxhall Help to Buy. Vauxhall. British brand since 1903. On selected models across the range registered by 30th of June 2018. At participating retailers from 11th to 14th of May 2018. £500 on a prepaid card. T's and C's and exclusions apply. See vauxhall.co.uk/May event.
Across the UK, online.
Hello, guys.
On DAB.
Talk Radio.
You can listen on talkradio.co.uk. You can...
Sir Alex Ferguson is out of intensive care.
You can
The former
call
Manchester United force had
03444991000.
treatment after suffering a brain hemorrhage at the weekend. The club say he'll now continue his recovery as an inpatient.
Do you know
at the
what? I
hospital.
quite like that light on.
President Trump says the location of his upcoming meeting with Kim Jong-un will be revealed in the next 3 days. Mr. Trump will also greet 3 Americans who've been freed from North Korea later. They're on their way back to the US with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. The president says they're in good health and he looks forward to welcoming them.
Nobody thought this was going to happen, and if it did, it would be years or decades, frankly. Nobody thought this was going to happen. And I appreciate Kim Jong-un doing this and allowing them to go.
Meanwhile, the Iranian supreme leaders hit out at the US president's decision to pull out of the nuclear deal, saying Donald Trump's body will be worm food. Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson urged restraint from Tehran and insisted the UK still backs the agreement. BMW has confirmed a second recall of thousands of vehicles from the UK roads in just over a year. It says 312,000 cars need fixing because of a fault that can cause a total loss of power. Graham Reed says it happened to him at 60 miles per hour.
All of a sudden, the engine just cut out. I had no steering, no brakes, everything was very heavy, and literally just had to kind of pull the car over.
Now, firefighters have spent hours clearing a spill of chocolate from a road in Poland. A lorry overturned, sending melted confectionery running for several kilometres. And Huddersfield will be playing Premier League football for another season after earning a point against Chelsea. The 1-1 draw ends Swansea's 7-year stay in the top flight as they are relegated to the Championship. Meanwhile, Manchester City have set a new Premier League record after scoring 105 goals with their 3-1 win over Brighton. Outbreaks of occasionally heavy rain will move eastwards tonight. Clearer conditions in the west, where it'll be chilly. Showers and strong winds in the northwest.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have...
So my iPhone came up with this new thing today that I didn't want it to do, but my iPhone was sat there and suddenly it just popped up. You have new memories created. April the 20th, 2018. I think, what? New memories created of April the 20th, 2018? Outrageous. I didn't ask for new memories. So I opened it and basically it had made, without my instruction, a video, a montage with bland music of my evening at Chas and Dave at the Royal Albert Hall. So there was...
Not just your memories, though.
Yeah.
It was like pictures your sister had sent.
Oh, there was a picture. There was a picture of some earplugs that my sister had sent me on the same day. I think, so I've got a picture of some earplugs, a sleeping child.
Not his.
And 4 pictures of Chas and Dave, because that's all I took. Because I'm not obsessed with taking pictures all the time now. And it popped up, you have new memories. And also, it was only 3 weeks ago. If it popped up and said, here's some new memories of your dead dad. That would be awesome. That would be great.
Are you ready for that? Though?
I am.
Takes me by surprise.
Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Why am I singing Elton John?
Why not?
Because he is the brains behind the new movie that I booked tickets to go and see on Saturday, Sherlock Gnomes.
Can you take my kids as well and save me the job?
Yeah, I'll bring them. But here's the thing. So I've got the kids on Sunday, right? So I thought I'd take them to them, see if there's any plays on. No plays on. I'll take them to see a movie. So I looked and saw the Sherlock Gnomes, right? So I phoned up the cinema. I said, I'd like to book 3 tickets. And I got the title wrong. I said Gnomeo and Juliet, because that was the first one, wasn't it?
And they're in it.
Gnomeo and Juliet. He said, OK, what cinema? I told him, what time? He said, right, OK. Is that the Royal Shakespeare Company or the Metropolitan Opera? I went, no. It's the cartoon Gnomeo and Juliet. Let me have a quick look at that. Yeah, those are the only 2 productions that are showing up. The Royal Shakespeare Company and the Met Opera. I don't know what it is. I said, right. I said, what are you typing in? He said, I'm typing in Juliet. I said, it's Gnomeo. He said, yeah, Romeo and Juliet. I said, no, it's Gnomeo. He said, right, what cinema and what time? I told him. He said, right, the only film at that cinema at that time is one called Sherlock Gnomes.
Wow.
I went, that's it. That's it. I said, I'm an idiot. I said, I am an idiot. And I'm thinking, you're a bigger idiot. You just said Sherlock Gnomes.
Gnomes.
And also he said, so what's your name? I said, Iain Lee. He went, one of my friends is called Lee. I mean, that is weird.
Actually, one of my friends is called Lee.
That is weird customer service, isn't it? That's a strange way of doing customer service, I think.
What, wrong?
That light on you isn't working, so could you turn it off, please? I was trying to do a little bit of moody lighting, but...
It's horrible, isn't it?
I wonder... Hang on, you do that, this one might do it.
Oh, no, I'm going to look I'm under
Oh,
surveillance.
you're gonna look glamorous.
No, I'm going to look like I've been caught trying to escape from prison.
In many ways, we are under... Oh, no, that looks rubbish.
Awful.
All right,
Stop
all
the
right.
mayhem.
All right, love, it's just light, and I said love there, unironically. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Danny. Good evening, Danny.
Hello, Ian. Sorry, mate. I know you didn't want to start off on a bad note, but I'm here to talk about Scott Hutchison from Frightened Rabbit. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Yes, now listen, I have. Thank you for this, Danny. I'm going to be honest, right? I don't know who this gentleman is, and I don't know this band, right? But I've seen a couple of people that I follow, namely Emma Pollock, formerly of the Delgados, excellent singer-songwriter, and Limmy have been tweeting about this guy, and I went and had a little look at his timeline. And his last couple of tweets, basically he's a musician, he's from Glasgow, isn't he?
Yeah, they're a Scottish band, they're amazing. Like Frightened Rabbit, they're a brilliant band, they're huge in America, they're quite big here, but it's just very, very sad.
And he's gone missing, and his last couple of tweets are not particularly inspiring, that he's in a particularly good state of mind.
Yeah, exactly. I think, they're quite sad tweets, and the police are looking for him. It's all over the news, and I mean, I know him personally. Like I've spoken to him a bit. He's sort of a friend of mine, but more than that, he's my favourite musician. And It's just a really weird, sad day, and he's missing, and people are looking for him. It's a weird time.
It is. I'm gonna his last 2 tweets. One is from 23 hours ago.
Yeah.
Right, up until then, it's all nice tweets about being in a band, show times, things like that. Yeah. Last 2 tweets, 23 hours ago. Be so good to everyone you love. It's not a given. I'm so annoyed that it's not. I didn't live by that standard, and it kills me. Please hug your loved ones. Right? Yeah. And the last one, 23 hours ago as well, is I'm away now. Thanks. And that's it. And no one's seen hide nor hair of him since. We'll talk about his music in a minute, because I don't want to dwell on the possible dark side of this. Let's talk about the choice, because I don't know this band, and I'm keen to find out a bit more.
But you would love them. You would absolutely.
Well, that's a big claim to make, Danny.
They're no Beach Boys, but they would. I think you would like them if you gave them a chance.
You know, I've got to play a bit, and if I don't like it, I'm calling you out on this person.
Can I choose the song if you play a bit?
Yeah, of course you can. We'll do it in a minute,
okay.
Right?
All right,
cool. Has Scott Hutchison, that's his name, I'm just looking at his Twitter now, Owl John, has he talked about, having mental health problems in the past?
Yeah, he's been pretty open with it. A lot of songs, he's written a lot of songs about it. I mean, he does have history. His brother, Grant, is the drummer from the band. He's, sent out the most beautiful message on Instagram, and it's just, it's very sad, but we're all staying positive.
Yeah, of course.
Band, so yeah.
Oh yeah, let's. I agree with you. Let's totally assume the best.
Yeah.
That he's
I'm just hoping he's safe and he'll come back soon.
And I have been reading about this a little bit, and I saw you ask me to retweet it, and I've kind of got. It's not a policy, but I don't retweet stuff like that, because if I did one for you, Danny, then for you, if I did this, then and this thinking isn't, is quite easy to challenge. Actually, it's not that great an argument. If I did one for you and then I didn't do one for a little girl, then you know what I mean. So I tend not to. I also
I feel bad calling you because you've sort of become the guy who everyone calls about mental issues.
No,
I feel bad because you're a funny guy.
If only it was like mental issues. Instead, it's mental issues. No, honestly, I don't mind, and I'm glad you have actually, because I feel for the bloke, and I feel for his friends and his family and people that like him. So he's talked about the mental health stuff, and he wears his heart on his sleeve.
He does, very much so. He's the lead singer, frontman. He writes the songs. I mean, he's written songs about depression. He's been very open about it, and oh my God.
The last I saw, and I've not really been on Twitter that much for a few hours reading other people's stuff, was
I can't imagine why.
was the suggestion that maybe he'd gone to Edinburgh.
Yeah, so they were in Edinburgh. He was at a hotel, and he left about 1 a.m. this morning. It's apparently in Queensferry. So the first thing I saw was today that Scottish police were looking for him, and he left some sad text, he left some sad tweets, and I don't know. All I'm hoping for is like a Stephen Fry version where he just had enough and he wanted to flee and come back, and that's what I'm hoping for. He just needed some space.
Yeah, let's assume he wants a few nights on his own, and that's fair enough. Everyone wants that, and and hopefully he'll pop up in the week or a little bit later and go, sorry for worrying you guys. This is where my head was at. So let's hope that. Right. So Frightened Rabbit is the band. I have never heard of them until today. So,
mate, you will love them.
Daddy, you're doing it again. He's doing it again, Catherine. This is so much to live up to.
Will these people ever learn?
Danny's going to have egg on his face if I don't love it.
No, can I give you one song? Just one.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. I've go. Tell me what it is.
It's called Big Arms. Oh wait.
I thought you were a fan, mate. Big Arms. Oh wait.
No way. I'm going to give you a different song. It's called "Keep Yourself Warm."
Okay. All right. We're gonna play some of this now. There's a lot of pressure on you now, mate.
Absolute beauty.
Here we go.
It's a beauty.
All right. Whoa, Danny! Whoa!
Sorry.
Whoa, Danny!
Yeah.
Whoa, Danny!
What are you trying to do?
Danny!
I forgot there's a swear word.
Danny! You can't forget that. That's your career in radio over.
There's an F-bomb. I'm sorry.
I know, we heard it! We just heard it! I don't think it went out. If it did, you have my apologies. You'd have heard it on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Although you can handle an F-bomb. You're on the internet.
I apologise.
Please send all complaints to Danny, and we'll pass on his phone. I liked that. Not my normal cup of tea. Kath, you were not quite convinced?
If you give it a try, you'll like them a lot.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to start, but...
It kicks in. I picked a bad song.
You picked a sweary song, Danny. You picked a sweary song.
I picked a song that kicks in after 3 minutes, which is great for the radio.
No, don't worry about it. I enjoyed that. Well, listen, stop saying, well, listen. Best of luck, fingers crossed, and, let us know, if there are any updates, man.
I will do. Thank you, Ian.
I hope your man turns up. Thank you, Danny. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, guys.
Ta-ta. Bye-bye. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the show you can call in about absolutely anything you want. The late night alternative with Ian and Kath on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Talk and entertainment across the nation.
Talk Radio.
Give it some lift.
The Sunday Times and Skoda are back with the Alternative Rich List, filled with the year's most inspiring people who've challenged us all to be driven by something different. Join Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast as she finds out just what motivates some people to relentlessly follow their dreams, realizing success and a life of fulfillment. Investigate the Sunday Times Alternative Rich List all this week with Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio with Skoda, driven by something different.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
Oh.
And having to fork out for a new one.
Oh.
Then finding out you can get interest-free credit until the 31st of May.
Oh.
Not blowing your savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you. Search British Gas New Boiler. Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
What do you fancy for dinner?
Well, Great Taste of America's back at McDonald's. There's that New York stack.
What's that?
It's 2 beef burgers, baby.
Keep talking.
A hell of a lot of slaw, pickles, and bacon, all in a New York-style bagel. You's up for it?
What are we waiting for? Let's get out of here. Great Taste of America is back at McDonald's. Go all out for the classic New York stack. Coleslaw, pickles, and bacon in a sesame seed bagel. Around until Tuesday. Available from 10:30am, subject to availability, participating restaurants only.
Okay, that's the order. You'll deliver it tomorrow then?
No.
Oh.
We'll have it to you today.
What, today?
Yeah, today.
Wow! Will it be like flown in by Falcon, dropped off by chopper, sped over by speedboat?
No, we'll just bring it in the delivery van like normal.
With free same-day delivery when you order before 9:30am, you'll be happy talking to Dulux Decorator Centre. Visit duluxdecoratorcentre.co.uk or your local store. Dulux Decorator Centre, centred on you. Free next-day delivery subject to minimum spend for non-account holders.
One thing we've learned over time, there's always room for improvement. Something we've been working on for over 50 years as the UK's #1 commercial vehicle brand. So we asked you, the customer, what we could do to improve our new Transit range. Your response inspired thousands of ideas, creating a new range with a model to fit any business. Take the new Transit Custom, our most versatile and hard-working model yet, with an advanced optional Sync 3 system offering voice control features and much more. Discover what the new Transit range can do for your business at Ford.co.uk. Ford. Together, we go further.
Set free your mind. Let your fancy take flight. Conversation gets curiouser by the glow of moonlight.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000. So yesterday was a momentous day for me. After the show, I went home and I stripped off and I got my clippers out and I did a little bit of gardening, a little bit of indoor gardening, bollock bonsai. Todger topiary I did, and
How many sausage slip-ups?
well, there were 5 nicks, 3 balls, 2 shaft.
He's in tatters, ladies and gents.
Not major, but I almost circumcised myself
Wow.
at one point.
Did you get some little bits of toilet paper and like stick them on?
No, I don't think I would. Here, do you want to have a look?
No, I really don't.
You don't want to see it?
No, I don't.
Well, just have a quick look.
No.
Kath.
No, I bet it, no.
Kath, it's there?
I bet it looks like E.T. with plasters.
All right, I'll put it away now.
Don't, I don't want to see it.
I'll put it away.
I can see.
Okay.
Flipping heck.
It's not as dark in there as it used to be.
Did he have that out then? No, he didn't. Good God. Another one for the tribunal.
So, I did it. And I thought, I'm just going to cut it back a little bit.
I told you that's how it would start. What did I tell you?
And then I cut it back and there's loads of hair in, I did it over the toilet. And then some of it's on the floor. But so there's loads of hair in the toilet. I'm thinking, that doesn't really look any different. So I went for it. I mean, it's not completely bald
You
because...
look like the last chicken in the shop.
No, I've got a young man's penis.
Give it back, don't fear.
And old man's testicles. No, my penis looks young, healthy, fresh, a little bit longer. It really is doing the do. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start a website called simpleasthat.com. And what it's going to be training videos for male genital grooming. I don't mean grooming in that sense. And I'm going to...
Personal grooming, they call it.
Personal grooming. And I'm going to be showing the guys, and maybe some of the gals want to watch it so that they can do it on their partners. I'm going to be showing them how to do it, best way to... Techniques, styles...
Styles? What, like centre parting?
No, knobby styles.
That's a good one. Fair play.
But it's good. But here's the thing, right? Because I've got hairy chest and I've got slightly hairy stomach, and then it picks up again, my crab ladder. And
Jeez.
So I didn't know where to stop. So I was very tempted just to do the whole frontage.
You know that within 3 days that's going to be like Desperate Dan's chin.
Oh, it's a little bit now. But do you know what? It wasn't sexy. Some people find this thing kind of sexy. It wasn't a sexy thing to do.
What? You're doing it over the toilet?
But I found it embarrassing. No, not embarrassing. Empowering. There's a Freudian slip. And I found it empowering. And it's weird, right? Because I have done pretty much everything one man can do to his own body. Every part of me has been fingered, manipulated, and abused, right? The one thing I've not done before is trim my pubic hair. And I find that amazing. Josh, how's your pubic hair?
Hello?
Hello, Josh, how's your pubic hair?
How's my pubic hair?
Yeah, he's called TalkSport. Yes, Josh?
Yeah, I want to talk about Arsenal, mate. I don't want to talk about pubic hair.
Okay, well, have you shaved your Arsenal?
Have I shaved my Arsenal? Haha, you're hilarious, mate. Just put me through to Iain, yeah? I just want to get something off my chest about Chelsea.
Okay, you're through to Iain, and you're right, I am hilarious. Do you shave downstairs? Because I shaved downstairs for the first time ever.
Mate, I want to talk sport. Who the hell are you, mate?
Yeah. How is your pubic hair? You thick idiot.
Can you put me through to talk sport, please?
No, mate, because you've got to phone up them. This is a different radio station, you absolute numpty who doesn't know how to use a telephone.
All right, listen, I don't know what radio you're from, but you're not going to talk to me like that, mate.
I will talk to you how I want.
Your name is Iain, mate. You have expired, mate. All right? Your name is Iain. No Iain in the world should be talking like that.
I will talk to you exactly about, but my last name's Lee, and that means I can talk to you like that.
What's your last name, Lee?
Yeah, like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was my great uncle.
Yeah, Bruce Lee. Oh, really, mate? You're probably bold, mate, because all Ians are bold.
That's what I'm saying. I've just shaved downstairs. I am bald down there now.
All right, mate. Listen, I don't know what way you swing, but I don't want to know about your pubic hair, yeah?
Well, you keep talking about it.
Yeah, you're doing this for the ratings, mate. You're boring, all right? And Iain, if I saw you in real life, face to face, you would never have the front.
Yes, I would.
Me like this.
Yes,
right?
I would. I would.
On radio,
I would. Well, listen, you don't even know how to operate a telephone. You've called the wrong radio station. How stupid are you? In fact, you're probably above slight average IQ for a TalkSport listener, you muppet.
Oh, you're jealous. You probably get this all the time, don't it? You think?
Yeah, I get thick idiots ringing up the wrong radio station. I want to talk to TalkSport. I want to talk to TalkSport.
That's why you're upset. You're jealous of TalkSport. You think people want to talk to you, but every time they call you, they're like, oops, wrong radio station.
Yeah, because all TalkSport listeners are thick. I get that.
Oh, look at you, jealous of TalkSport.
No, not jealous at all. All TalkSport, not when their listeners are as thick as you, Josh. Not when their listeners are as thick as you. You didn't even know you were on air. In fact, you don't even know the name of the host you want to talk to.
What is your radio station's name? What is your radio station's name?
It's Heart 106.2.
What?
We are Heart 106.2.
Mate, I have never heard of that, mate. Listen. Have a good day, Iain, alright? And one thing I'll tell you, change your name, mate. It's bloody boring, mate. It's extinct. I hope you ain't named your child Iain Jr., because he's going to get picked on in school, alright?
No, I've named him Josh.
See ya later!
Bye, Josh. Thanks for calling, mate. What an idiot.
What a dick. Be fair, though, numbers are quite tricky for those people.
If he calls up again, I'll get it.
Iain.
Your name's extinct. I don't like the name Iain. He's absolutely right.
Like Josh.
It's a horrible, horrible name. But what is the TalkSport number? Because they're not that similar.
It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, shouldn't it? But even that's a bit tricky for those people.
Those guys. Oh man, they're so thick. I love it.
So you want to talk about the football?
Yeah, talk about football. Like, anyone's interested in Josh's thoughts on the football, dear God. Can you imagine a knuckle dragger banging on about some millionaire knuckle draggers? Sweet Lord. Is that really what passes for entertainment on that radio station? Dear God. Someone go and blow it up We don't need it.
Well, hang on.
We don't mean literally, but that's not an invitation to ISIS.
Say incitement.
Incitement to sport hatred. Gareth!
Hello, what's the crack? I went to a psychologist today and
yeah,
I was having a bad couple of days, and the rumination and the thought and stuff just came, just like a rush.
Yeah.
But when I was chatting to the psychologist and explaining them, on a day-to-day basis, how hard the severe anxiety can be, it was painful. But I think that's all part of it, to get it out and...
Sometimes you've got to work through the pain to get out to the good stuff that's on the other side, and the good stuff is definitely on the other side, Gareth. I promise you that, man.
It sort of freed me because I didn't think, going on so deep would have hurt so much. The way they say it's good they talk, but it sort of freed me because it was like new.
Yeah. It's good, man. You're doing the work, though. You're doing the work. To be happy for some people. Some people can just be happy, and that's great, and I'm deeply envious of them. And some of us have to work at it, and we've got to work really, really hard, man. But it sounds like you're on an important journey.
I think half the battle with me is just too much time on my hands to think.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That can be, you can fall under a trap of thinking, the rumination and the thoughts will come afterwards, but it's keeping myself busy more than anything.
Yeah, no, it is. I think a lot of intelligent people, a lot of thinkers struggle with, mortality and depression because you're right, because they think about stuff. But you're doing good work, Gareth. You should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah. I just need to keep remembering that. And
keep doing it, man. This too shall pass, brother, I promise.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gareth. Take care, man.
Thanks very much.
I appreciate the updates. Thank you. I like Gareth. He's a nice bloke. Let's go to... Oh, they're all coming out of the woodwork. Let's go to Mo.
Hi, man. How are you?
I'm itchy.
Well, listen, first of all, let me just tell you about your comments about TalkSport. They were absolutely out of order. Because the thing is, you're just jealous about TalkSport because TalkSport get more listeners than you.
Yeah, they do. They get about I think the nighttime show gets about 8 or 9 times the amount of listeners we get. Yeah, of course I'm jealous of them. Yeah, I'd love that.
So you're just jealous.
Yeah.
So stop saying with really offending comments about
Can you, Mo? You're Mo. I can't hear what you're saying. Either take that dick out of your mouth, or just. I can't understand what you're saying. It sounds like this one, and it's really difficult to work out what you're saying.
How dare you? Oh, how homophobic!
No, not homophobic at all. I'm embracing homosexuality.
You are homophobic.
Okay, man.
First of all, I'm not gay, and even if I was gay, why would that matter?
Because if there's a dick in your mouth, I can't understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is, Mo, you're sounding very muffled.
We've actually got a radio presenter who's homophobic.
I can't stand homosexuals. I can't stand them. It should be illegal again.
How ridiculous!
No, I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting.
Spit that rubbish out of your mouth,
man. Yeah, and yet you listen every single night, and when you don't get on, you get very upset, Mo.
Listen, man, just let me finish, yeah? Because I know you're going to cut me off because you're probably scared of me.
There we go, yeah, I'm going to cut you off now.
By the way, TalkSport's number, it pretty much is 1234. It's 08717 223344.
Got that, thickos! Got that, thickos!
Oh, gosh.
Let's go to Caddick. Good evening, Alan.
Good evening, Kath.
I was cyber stalking you today.
Oh, yeah?
I went on your Facebook page.
Oh.
And I saw your picture of Cillian Murphy.
That was from the Peaky Blinders premiere.
I know, you were wearing a Peaky Blinders hat.
I look like Tommy Selby from Series 1.
Yes, and so it's a picture of Alan Caddick with Cillian Murphy, and Cillian, it's got to say, he looks thrilled to be in that photograph with you.
Well, I know.
He's a very, very lucky man.
Yeah, it was a good night. I wasn't took serious about it because I saw on the TV earlier.
Was it the farmers loving the countryside?
It was about male suicide in Coronation Street.
Oh, yes, I didn't see that, but yep.
Yeah, I saw that impact, that suicide felt across the whole street.
Well, I've not seen it, Here's my thinking on it, right? It's a big story, good for them, well done. And Coronation Street getting a lot of flack at the moment for having darker storylines. Soaps have always had. From about 1985 onwards, have always veered towards the dark.
But Coronation Street always had, funny bits, though, didn't it?
Oh, but there'll still be funny bits in it. But, they had, Brian Capron. What was the murderer he
Richard Hillman.
Richard Hillman. That was dark. That was 15 years ago. That was dark, man. They always have their dark stuff and they have humour. But here's the thing. It's Shane Ward, isn't it? I was saying this to Kath, right? If you were... Right, because let's be honest about Shane Ward with respect, right? His pop career is done.
Yeah.
And once he's out of Corrie, he's only been in it a bit, his acting career is probably done, right? There's not... I can't imagine him going off into the movies or doing a Saran Jones, you know.
Right.
So, when you get given a script, you go, right, yeah, like this script, I notice I commit suicide in it. Can I just... What's the flexibility on that? No, that's the thing. All right. So I kill myself, and you see me die. There's no chance that I've snuck. Yeah, you definitely die. Okay. What I would do, Alan, on the day of filming, they go, right, everyone, this is the final scene with Shane. It's the suicide scene. It's a big thing. Shane, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, and action. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better now. Let's all go down the Rovers. Drinks on me. Cut. Shane, this is the scene where you kill yourself, man. This is a big scene. You've got to do. I know. Sorry, guys. I was just teasing. All right, let's go again. Yeah, and action. You know, I was going to kill myself today, but I'm feeling all right. Let's go for a run. Cut. I would just keep doing that, and eventually they wouldn't be able to film it because they're on such a tight turnaround. They'd have to let you stay alive and in the soap opera.
Which explains a lot of those characters.
Doesn't it just?
Well, I think the main point about storyline with is it's very important to talk about it. Even if you're feeling down, it's good to talk.
Do you know what, Alan is right? And can I just say this? Anyone is listening, on a serious note, if anyone is listening... what Alan said there is very wise. Even if you're feeling down, it's very good to talk about Coronation Street. It really, really is. Rita,
I miss Norris.
Norris, Michael, not Mike Yarwood. What was his name?
Mike
Vernon Baldwin, middle names as well.
Roy's Rolls, and that fella's that's the new Roy's Rolls.
Streetcars.
Steve McDonald.
The fella with the glasses who used to work in Best Buy. Better Buy. Ray Holdsworth. Thank you, Alan. Really important point there. If you're feeling down, it's really important to talk about Coronation Street. Can I just say, Mike Graham is listening to this show. Knob off, Mike. Stop trying to steal ideas for your show. So he'll be doing a phone-in tomorrow. Have you ever shaved your pubis? Give me a call now.
He's shaving as we speak.
I shave first, Mike.
You'll shave further.
I shaved my balls first, Mike Graham, before you did. Before you stole my idea. Well, this morning we're discussing shaved balls. I've just shaved my balls last night. I'm the first one at talkRADIO to do it. I'm on the phone. Graham, it's Lee. You weren't.
Meanwhile, he's on the phone.
Julia shaved hers first.
He's on the phone to Porky. I've got a new video idea. It's going to go more viral than that cinnamon thing.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? I mean...
Look at the time.
Oh, dearie me.
I love those guys.
I love those guys as well.
I mean, the two mics, not anyone's balls.
3444991,000. It's going out on the radio, I think, as well, actually, all of this stuff.
Dear.
Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening, Ian. How you doing?
I'm very, very well, Jonathan. How are you?
Oh, do you remember me, though? We spoke for a while.
Yeah,
the one that you put...
I think I had to cut you off because you were swearing?
No, I weren't swearing. You just, put me on YouTube. We've got, 4,000 views now, so it's kind of made me...
Yeah, it says on my screen that you're aggressive and you swear, so I have to go...
No, it's hilarious. That's when I was drunk. I'm not drunk now. I'm rich now. It's unbelievable. But, yeah, I want to talk about depression and mania. You know how you get, really manic when, someone's really suffering from depression? That words just come out their mouths and no one really understands what they're saying, but they spurt it out. There's no really correlation. You've been in the news a lot. I'm worried about you, Ian. I'm not bipolar.
I don't suffer from mania.
But you're in the news a lot. I've seen
being in the hey, listen, being in the news, Jonathan, does not necessarily mean you're bipolar. Bipolar is what we used to call manic depression. Hang on a minute, Jonathan. I remember exactly who you are, mate. And you'll shut up for a second.
You do.
Yeah, now I do. You're the rude man that swears a lot and is aggressive. Being in the news doesn't mean you're bipolar. It was what we used to call manic depressive.
No, we're not about bipolar now. We're talking about recent news. I'm worried about.
I'm not. But I don't understand why you were talking about mania. I don't get manic.
No, there was some you split with your wife. It's like you said you're suicidal. Someone's trolling you. I'm like, have I contributed to this?
No, not at all. I don't. No, you haven't contributed. You contribute nothing, not even content to the show. So no, you no.
I'm personally responsible for making you famous these days again. I don't know. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even been in the jungle.
In the jungle. This guy. Remember? This guy. This nut job.
Your viewers up to at least about 10,000 views.
Oh, well, you said
I've lost a few.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great, Jonathan. What's your point? What is your point, caller?
My point is, I've been listening to, and your radio, the way that you're talking to people has really changed within the last year.
Wow.
You're really aggressive. You're really
No, I'm not!
Being horrible to people in a way.
Yeah, if people are arseholes, Jonathan, then I'm horrible to them, yeah.
Well, but you're the king of the arseholes, don't you?
Here we go. Doesn't take long.
Hang on.
It doesn't take long for Jonathan. Here we go.
I'm using the same word that you'd have said.
Yeah, I know, but you're not using it in the clever way that I did, because you're a bit thick.
No, but you're not using the clever way. You're just picking on really thick people and making them feel inadequate. You know.
Thank you, Jonathan. You've just summed up this phone call in one sentence.
Come on, you're going to carry on, or you're going to hang up?
No, I'm not going to hang up. I will hang up when you start swearing, which I think is going to be in about 3 minutes' time. But yeah, go on, you carry on.
No, I'm on your level now. I understand where you're coming from. You only got to do this.
You haven't got a clue where I'm coming from. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything about me.
I think, but the whole public does. You're in the public eye now.
No,
you disappeared for a long time.
No, I didn't. No, hang on. What you mean is I was doing stuff that you weren't listening to. I didn't disappear. I was here every day. I was still doing stuff.
Like when basic digital radio was in its infancy. But now you're popular. But it was basically the jungle. Dennis Wise made you cry, and now you're famous. That's what it is.
Fair play. He summed up.
You now.
He summed up. Jonathan, I don't understand what the point of your calls are, because all I get is... please let me finish a sentence. Please let me finish a sentence, Jonathan. Please let me finish a sentence, Jonathan. Please, I beg you.
Please. You're normally saying this to another person.
Please let me finish a sentence, Jonathan. Please let me finish a sentence. It's only good manners. I don't know what the point of your phone calls are. They're couched in meanness and a dark underbelly. Everything you say is complete nonsense. And if you're getting all of your information about me from Daily Mail online stories, then I suggest... Yeah, I suggest then... let me finish...
Google is really in cahoots with the Daily Mail, so...
Yeah. If you're getting everything about me from Daily Mail stories, Jonathan, then I suggest you need to look a little bit
but how
wider.
are you representing yourself? There were only 2 days ago, don't you? It's like Iain Lee wants to commit suicide because he's being trolled by somebody else.
Not what the story was at all. But well done for not reading it properly.
No, well, that was the headline.
No, it wasn't. The headline wasn't Iain Lee wants to...
Don't you understand how multimedia works these days?
Oh, I understand it. Don't you understand? Here we go.
In the old days.
Here we go. Don't you understand how words work? The headline wasn't Iain Lee wants to kill himself.
No, Iain Lee wants to commit suicide.
No, it wasn't. I can find it.
It pretty much was.
No. Well, there's a big difference between it was and it pretty much was. There's a big difference there.
Iain Lee is close to suicide. That was a headline.
No, it wasn't.
I was concerned. I'm like, shit, have I contributed?
It wasn't. No, I'll read the headline if you want. I've got it in front of me.
Well, what are you doing to represent yourself over that?
I'll read you. Well, I'm correcting idiots that think I want to commit suicide by telling them what the actual headline was.
You just. I wasn't going to ring you tonight. It was only because.
No, you're obsessed. You fancy me. That's fine. Listen, you've said something that's untrue.
What's all this homosexual banter,
Jonathan, you've said something.
It's not you.
Jonathan,
it's not you. You are not this person you were a year ago.
Jonathan,
you are totally different.
Thank God for that.
Raise your game and being
Jonathan,
passive aggressive.
Jonathan, and you're being thick. Let me explain, right? You've said something.
No, that's a word I use a lot.
You've said something that is blatantly untrue, and is actually well, if you shut up for a second, I'm explaining. You've said something that is blatantly untrue. Well, if you shut up.
The thing that I said was untrue.
Well, no, and I need to explain the importance of why I need to correct you, right? You said something. You said something that was. Will you be quiet, Jonathan? Jonathan,
do the quote.
Jonathan, I will do. You said something that was blatantly untrue, and is dangerous to put out there.
You said earlier that you hate gays. What the hell are you on about?
Can't stand them. You said something.
You actually said that on the radio earlier, that you don't like gays.
You said something that was untrue.
You just learned that to get more popularity. It's like people, Iain Lee don't like gays. Let's.
I like greys. I like greys. I don't like gays.
Greys, not gays. Greys. Sorry.
Gays. You said something that was untrue and was dangerous, right? And that's why I need to correct you. You said there was a headline that was Iain Lee wants to commit suicide. There wasn't. I'll read the headline if you want. No, even if you don't want, I need to read the headline because what you've put out there is dangerous, okay?
No, that's what I read.
No, you didn't.
That's what people got told. That's how it got screened.
No, it's not. First of all, don't believe what you read in the paper. Secondly, that's not what it said. What it said was...
Of course not.
Iain Lee reveals he contemplated suicide.
Okay.
That's different from Iain Lee wants to... That's different. That's different.
Iain Lee has committed suicide.
Oh, I've committed suicide now, have I?
No, but don't you see how that...
You've just said I've committed suicide. Jonathan, Jonathan, mate, listen. Go and have a lie down. Go and have a warm milk. Go and phone your mum. You're not up to this.
Working these days. You're just being controversial for the sake of it.
You're not up, Jonathan. You're not up to the level that I require from my call.
Controversial for the sake of it.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm beating you. I think you're being a bit of a poser.
You're beating me. Thank you so much for your call, Jonathan. You totally destroyed me there.
You are weak.
I'm a weak, beater, cuck snowflake. You're right, Jonathan, and you beat me. Thank you so much.
You're the con.
Thank you so much for your call, Jonathan. You destroyed me there. You wiped the floor with me. You should be very, very proud of yourself.
No, you think you know that?
Yeah, I do. I know it. I'm admitting it. You beat me. You wiped the floor with me.
You're being condescending.
You should be very, very proud. You should be very proud of yourself, Jonathan. Go away, punch the air, and think, yes, I've beaten you. Well, I don't want you worrying about me. You're not, because you think I've committed suicide. Jonathan, it's been a great call. It's a great call. Thank you so much for your...
No, you have changed your attitude.
Thank you so much for your call, Jonathan.
You used to be listening.
Thank you.
Now you're being aggressive.
Thank you so much for calling, Jonathan. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
No need for being aggressive.
Thank you so much for the call, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you.
Being aggressive.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jonathan. What a great call. There we go. Let's go on. The headline was... It wasn't a headline. That wasn't a headline. Iain Lee wants to commit suicide. Iain Lee reveals he committed suicide after his life was made a misery due to incessant trolling from somebody. And the reason I have to make that clarification, because there'll be people going, Iain Lee wants to kill himself. I don't want to kill myself now. This was quite a while ago, and it wasn't just because of trolling. But Jonathan is...
But was it because of Jonathan? Because he was worried that it might be because of him?
Jonathan's such a
because
talent.
I think he feels like he's a lot more important in your life than he actually is. But if only he was important in your life. I think that's really what he wants.
Hang on a second. Can I just try something? I just want to try something. Someone's just sent me something. I'm just going to play a clip of someone. Let's see if this is the same voice.
And I'm feeling better. I'm feeling great, man. So bring it on. Just.
No, it's not the same person who ever sent me that. For goodness sakes. This is talkRADIO.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Nuts, and I love it.
Kind of
Mike Graham's lovely to show tonight. Thank you, Mike, if you're watching or listening.
The Sunday Times Alternative Rich List on Talk Radio with Skoda, driven by something different.
I'm Mike Graham, and of course, you know me as the man who goes on to the Independent Republic in the morning and sounds very grumpy, but actually I'm not that grumpy because there's so many things in my life that make me happy. Walking my dog in the countryside, that makes me happy. He sniffs the ground, I look up at the sky, I smell the flowers, it's a beautiful scene. When it's raining it makes me unhappy, but when it's sunny it's absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what else makes me happy. My children make me very happy. I have a fantastic life. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with all the interesting people that I meet every single day. It has to do with being on the radio. It has to do with travelling to exotic, wonderful parts of the world and having a wonderful time. It's not about money. It's about travel. It's about experience. It's about beauty. And it's just about love. That and rice pudding.
The Sunday Times Alternative Rich List on Talk Radio with Skoda. Driven by something different.
1 in 4 children believe potatoes grow on trees. 1 in 5 children believe fish fingers are made from chicken. And 1 in 8 adults believe the moon landings didn't happen. People believe all sorts of strange things. Some people believe that insurance companies try to avoid paying claims. But last year, Zurich paid 99% of insurance claims made by their UK customers. Zurich, an insurance company you can believe in. To find out more, visit zurich.co.uk/99.
What are the best things about working for yourself? Being the boss? Setting your own hours? Every day is bring your dog to work day. Bet you didn't say invoicing. Send customized invoices in a moment with QuickBooks. Know when they've been seen, paid, or are overdue, so you can stay on top of your cash flow and get back to more enjoyable things. QuickBooks, backing you. Available now for up to 50% off your first 6 months. For terms and conditions, visit quickbooks.co.uk.
With the World Cup almost here,
This is our
Red
job.
Driving School wants you.
Arguing with Bellends.
Red has just won the
And then
National
disagreeing
Driving
with them
School
and get
Award
bored.
2018, and we're offering a special deal to join our team. There's never been a better time to pull on your instructing boots, as demand for driving lessons is rising. Instructor earnings are increasing. It's an open goal. Imagine first-rate training and support through to full qualification. Then work the hours you want, when you want. Come on, there's room on the Red team sheet for you. For details, visit reddrivingschool.com.
Hello, sir. So you're interested in our Vivaro van with up to 4
years warranty?
Exactly. Plus up to
4 years servicing?
Right again. And 4 years, 0% APR finance with Vauxhall Help to Buy.
Really?
Search Vauxhall Vivaro. Vauxhall. British brand since 1903. Conditional sale. 4 years, 0% APR. Minimum 18% deposit plus VAT. Financed by
Hey, we're
Vauxhall
not supposed to
Finance.
talk to each other during the
Status
break,
18
you know
plus.
that.
Business users only. T's and C's, mileage limitations and exclusions apply.
Greetings, Earthlings. We come in peace. We wish to communicate with your leader.
I'm Howard Hughes. Join me this Sunday night from 10 for a trip into the outer limits. Untwist the lid on Talk Radio's specimen jar of the psychic, the supernatural, and the simply unexplainable. The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. Sunday night from 10, Earth time, on Talk Radio.
The late-night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Where exactly is your accent from?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
Was Eamon stay-at-homes actually in work today?
Yeah.
Outrageous. That's nearly a full week.
Eamon left the homes.
Oh, no, he wasn't on Monday, was he? Bank holiday. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Ian, Cass.
At last, a bit of peace and love.
And his enchantress.
Yeah, we go. Well, this is what we want now. After it's been a roller coaster, a roly coaster of the first 50 minutes of the show. We all just need to calm down a little bit.
I think we can do that together.
Yes.
It would be great if you could play a song for me. Ronnie Carroll, Something in the Air Again. We're only a couple of few days away from the Eurovision Song Contest. And you know, my late friend Ronnie Carroll.
Yeah.
He took part in 2 Eurovision Song Contests in 1962 and 1963. And he came 4th both times.
Here we go. Hang on a minute. I think this is it. Here we go. Hang on a minute. Here we go. It's
Something in the Air Again.
Why is it not playing? Oh, I've muted it.
We've got to get together sooner or later, because the revolution's here.
And you know it's right. It's a great song. And you know what is right. We have got to get it together. We have got to get it together now. Who did that first? It wasn't Mott the Hooper, was it, George?
No, it was...
Can't think who that was. I should. Something in Thunderclap Newman. That's who it was. Thunderclap Newman. There we go. Do people still watch the Eurovision? I suppose they must do.
I tried to get Ronnie into the Eurovision in a couple of years before he died in 2013.
Yeah.
We put a song together called "The Rainbows Are Coming."
It's that party. Look, it's that party.
Oh, yeah.
I recognise this video. We're going to see an 80s stripper in a minute. I recognise this video. You showed this at your do the other day.
But it wasn't with this song, was it?
No, it wasn't when you showed it. This one on YouTube, it's that party. Look, there we go. Oh, man. He's got a good voice, Ronnie Carroll, isn't he? He's a proper little crooner. Like that.
From Northern Ireland, and he was the leader of a party called the Make Politicians History Party for about 5 years, and I'm very fond of Ronnie.
How come the Irish are so good at Eurovision? I'm going to suggest they've won it more than any other nation.
Because they haven't annoyed anyone.
I don't know.
They've annoyed me.
Well,
no, they haven't.
We annoyed people across the world steadily for years.
I don't believe that. I genuinely think it's down to the songs. I don't think it's a political voting thing. Why don't they? This is what they should do, George. This is what they should do. They should get Britain's best songwriter, Gary Barlow, to write a song and perform it. Pay him the big bucks. Pay him 10, 15,000 quid. Pay him the big bucks. Get him out there. Let's bring that trophy home.
We still wouldn't win.
Of course we would. All right, if he can't do it, then get the second best songwriter, Sir Paul McCartney. Get Paul McCartney to write a song, a bit like Lady Madonna and Hey Jude, something like that. Not like his crap from the 70s, 80s, 90s and 21st century.
Well, I'm looking forward to a Europe that has no countries in it. So the future Eurovision Song Contest would be the cities of Europe rather than the countries of Europe.
I don't want to get technical, but Eurovision doesn't actually mean Europe. It means it's a satellite. It's a satellite system. That's why Israel and Australia are in there. I'm getting technical. George, lovely to talk to you. We'll speak a bit longer tomorrow, maybe, mate. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. I did want to...
Oh! We've only got 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Well, I wanted to get you this evening to become the leader of the Wonder Party.
Oh, God.
And then we could have made big news together today.
Well, let's talk tomorrow about it. Thank you, George. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio, the 21st century dream team of dialogue, debate and discourse.
Talk Radio. Give it some lift. The Sunday Times Alternative Rich List on Talk Radio with Skoda. Driven by something different.
I'm Mike Graham, and of course, you know me as the man who goes onto the Independent Republic in the morning and sounds very grumpy, but actually, I'm not that grumpy because there's so many things in my life that make me happy. Walking my dog in the countryside, that makes me happy. He sniffs the ground, I look up at the sky, I smell the flowers, it's a beautiful scene. When it's raining, it makes me unhappy, but when it's sunny, it's absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what else makes me happy. My children make me very happy. I have a fantastic life. It doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with all the interesting people that I meet every single day. It has to do with being on the radio. It has to do with travelling to exotic, wonderful parts of the world and having a wonderful time. It's not about money. It's about travel. It's about experience. It's about beauty. And it's just about love. That and rice pudding.
The Sunday Times Alternative Rich List on Talk Radio with Skoda. Driven by something different.
Witchton Wolf here. Now listen up. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up, look outside, and see your precious car gleaming in the sun. and then you see one nasty dent on the side. Some bozo's bad driving has ruined your pink paint job. You're furious. That's when you thank your lucky stars you're with Direct Line. Unlike with other insurers, you won't lose your no-claim discount when you claim it's not your fault.
Hit while parked. Your no-claim discount is safe. Can your motor insurance do that? With comprehensive cover as standard, excesses apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
Andy's red-handed breakfast flatbreads.
I am never having a party again. I only invited a few mates over last night. Then before you know it, the whole house was full. It was all fine until Mum and Dad came back from holiday a day early. So I'm making up to them with my very own breakfast flatbreads. Smoky bacon, eggs and tomato under the grill, topped with fresh avocado, and extra chili flakes for Dad.
Top your own flatbreads with Tesco crispy beach smoked back bacon. Food love stories brought to you by Tesco.
Riding, gliding, cycling, surfing, or sheltering. Wherever adventure takes you, get SUV ready this May with Hyundai. Test drive any new Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or all-new Kona. And when you go on to buy, we'll give you a £500 contribution towards your new Hyundai, which, like all our cars, comes with an amazing 5-year unlimited warranty. Find your local dealer and book your test drive online at hyundai.co.uk. Warranty T's and C's apply. Cars must be purchased at participating dealers before June 1st.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the 11 o'clock news, I'm Carl Hartley. The US is preparing additional sanctions to place on Iran as early as next week. President Trump has warned the country not to resume its weapons program. Lawmakers in Tehran have responded to America pulling out of the nuclear deal by burning a US flag. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders says the country should expect tougher measures than before.
He had a smirk on his face. He's a shit liar, and you're a twat.
Enormous sanctions on
What
them.
are you doing?
All of the sanctions that were in place before the deal are back in place, and we're preparing to add additional sanctions that may come as early as next week.
Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson no longer needs intensive care treatment. He's had surgery following a brain hemorrhage on Saturday. The 76-year-old will now recover as an inpatient at the hospital. The editor of The Sun has told Talk Radio a new inquiry into press freedom was being pushed forward by MPs with a score to settle. The government's narrowly avoided having to start the second half of the Leverson's inquiry into unlawful conduct by the press. Tony Gallagher has been telling Talk Radio it has become personal.
A good number of them have got various grudges, some small, some
Where's
bigger,
everyone gone?
some insignificant, some concerning their personal lives. And they decided they wanted to sacrifice the press on the altar of that and allow Leveson 2 to go ahead.
And 6 engraved brass plaques have been stolen from a war memorial in Nottinghamshire. Officers believe they were taken from the Hardwick Memorial in the National Trust's Clumber Park between Wednesday and Friday last week. Outbreaks of occasionally heavy rain will move eastwards tonight. Clearer conditions in the west where it's chilly. Showers and strong winds in the northwest.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
No. We haven't got the song because I couldn't trust you, Catherine. I had to take my computer and play Size of the Cow there by the Wonder Stuff.
Why?
Because it's a great song and Airhead reminded me of it. I'm just in that vibe. But because of you being untrustworthy, I had to go to for a comfort break, and I couldn't leave my computer
You've got to
here.
be very careful with that at the moment. It's in tatters.
No, it's it fires, but
It's just like a watering can.
I had to take my computer with me because you would have done what a mate shouldn't do. You'd have gone on my computer, you'd have opened up the internet, and you'd have looked at my Pornhub history, and that is private. That is between a gentleman and his
and the authorities.
His laptop. No, it's not illegal. It's nothing on there is illegal.
Very niche.
It's a fine line, is it? I'm quite vanilla these days. In fact, that was what it's about. It was about having sex with vanilla beans. But that's by the by. And you've made me say that, and so that's that. So we've not got Size of the Cow, so we just have to go dry into Alistair.
Hello?
Yes, Alistair?
Oh. Sorry, man, it was on the power cord.
Yeah, you'll be on the power cord in a minute.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what do you think I mean by that?
You're gonna strangle me?
Yeah, it did sound a bit like that, didn't it? I'll take that back instantly. What you got for us?
Couple of things.
Yes?
First of all, did you see Love in the Country?
Yo! Love in the Country. Sarah Cox finds love for some farmers in what is a really dark show. Catherine's gone off it. Explain why you've gone off it, Catherine.
I don't like the vibe.
Yeah.
I don't like the vibe. I don't like the way that the women are being kind of...
manipulated.
But also competitive with each other. You know, one trying to suss out the others not so subtly. I don't like the vibe, man.
It is weird, and the men will go through the same thing, but they'll behave differently. But this is so basically the farmer interviews 4 or 5, and then picks 2 or 3 or 4. One I think has picked 4. I think for next week that they want to spend time with, and then the 3 or 4 come and stay at the farm for the weekend. And it focused on the women this week, the male farmer and the women. And it was dark. It was mean. I'm laughing loudest and longest at what you said.
But they're also humouring some, some not great stuff.
Yeah.
Just to get one over on each other.
I felt sorry for Francesca. Everyone was laughing at Francesca.
Yeah, and she knew.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. What did you think of it, Alistair?
Well, I had a bit of a moment.
Yeah. Oh.
When Francesca asked for tomato sauce with beef.
Yeah, I found that offensive. But,
What's your beef?
Well, it's not done, is it?
Well, why?
Oh, it's just not done.
Oh, mate, you disgust me. Here's the thing.
In Yorkshire, anyway.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? With any roast dinner, whether there be lamb or not, I will always have mint sauce. Is that...
mint sauce, it's fine.
Right, hang on. No, it's not. Mint sauce is only meant for lamb. So mint sauce, you'll put anywhere. Roast potatoes slathered in mint sauce, so the potato goes a bit green. Me and my sister, the biggest fights in my house growing up were between me and my sister about who had the most mint sauce on a Sunday roast. How middle class we were. Who had the most mint? Mum, she's had all the mint sauce. I've had hardly any. But if you're saying you could have mint sauce on a roast beef dinner, but not tomato ketchup, well, you're a hypocrite, Alistair.
No.
Yes.
I'm just sensible.
No, you're not sensible. You're a hypocrite.
You can have ice cream in a Yorkshire pudding.
Well, yes, for a pudding rather than a main course.
Well, Catherine, grow up, mate. What's it called?
Yorkshire pudding.
Right. So it's a pudding. It's a pudding.
What? So like suet pudding? You put custard on that, would you?
No, but it's a pudding. Alistair, what's the traditional way of eating Yorkshire pudding, please?
You mean with beef or afterwards?
Afterwards.
I had treacle in mine.
Treacle, bit of jam. Yeah. Get Yorkshire pudding. You slather some jam all over it. Beautiful. It's a pudding, Catherine. It's a pudding. Okay. It's only since the late 19th century.
Didn't I introduce this theme? Why are you telling me? Why are you mansplaining pudding to me?
The late 19th century, where it moved from a dessert to part of the mains.
That's balls.
It's not balls.
That's shaved balls.
Hey, did you know? You know the plague? Mm-hmm. What year was it? Don't drop it.
1600 and something, wasn't it?
1600. Okay, go on, Catherine. What year was the plague?
I think it was more than a year, wasn't it?
Katie Puckrick would know, anyway.
Katie Puckrick would know, exactly.
She wouldn't. She wasn't.
She would,
her
actually.
country wasn't even invented.
So go. Well, okay. So okay. When was the plague, Catherine? Because I'm about to blow your freaking mind.
Go on then.
No. You answer the question first.
It's about 17 something, wasn't it?
17 something, was it?
Go on.
Right. Okay. So the plague was 1603.
Right.
And the plague was 1592.
Gosh.
The plague happened twice. Mm-hmm. Don't say, as though you knew. First of all, you're 100 years out, and you thought it only happened once. The plague happened.
I don't think it stopped happening. I think
twice.
It was bubbling away.
The plague? No, it stopped. The plague happened twice, right?
It kind of stopped. Otherwise, it wouldn't have come back, would it?
And 1592, what percentage of inhabitants of Stratford-upon-Avon died?
What, the whole lot?
No, 25%, right?
Right.
And what was the name of the young lad that escaped from there?
Jimmy No Plague.
William Shakespeare.
William
Shakespeare escaped from Stratford-upon-Avon, the plague, in 1592, and he fled to London. And then in 1604, when the plague was back for the Plague 2, I guess you would call it if you're making a movie, the Plague
Reboot.
Part 2. I wouldn't call it a reboot. Name a sequel that's been called Reboot.
Reboot 2?
Fair play. No, it's actually a great movie. That is a great movie. If you've not seen it, guys, I thoroughly recommend.
If you don't like Reboot 1, though, you won't.
And they had to close all the theatres down.
Right.
Because social gathering is where the plague would spread. So they had to close all the theatres down. So the Royal Shakespeare Company went on tour. This is your country's history, Catherine. You'd be bored, but that says a lot.
I'm just watching. Why? Why?
It's education and it's knowledge, and it's free.
Why are you doing this?
You'd be bored of your own country's history.
I'm bored of that. I'm bored of...
Okay, well that's disrespectful. But what you're getting here, this is the thing I've worried about this show, Alistair. We talk too much about pubic hair, all the stuff that Catherine wants to, pubis, and you ever had a fight with a pop star, all this silly stuff, right? And we talk, oh god, depression, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, talk about all that stuff, right? But we're not actually doing enough social and political history. And this is a new strand, and I'm glad we're having this conversation now. This is a new strand I want to introduce into the late night alternative. I want
people being penalised.
I want us to learn about this once great nation that we all live in. We all live in it. Some have been here longer than others. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. But this great nation, this once great nation, and I think
we could have themes, couldn't we?
I think the only way we can get this, we can make Britain, and I refuse to call it Great Britain at the moment because it's not. But the only way we can make Britain great again is by exploring what made it great throughout the centuries.
Well, so the plague.
From now, and yeah, the plague, and Stoicism in the face of the plague.
Well, they weren't stoic. They all head for the hills, didn't they?
Well, no, thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. No, they didn't. Fleeing was the best thing you could do, but the government, or the king...
Which king?
King James.
Which one?
The first.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, because Queen Elizabeth died and was replaced by King James I. I know all of this stuff, Catherine! The first Scottish king. And as soon as he came in, you get the plague again. Hey! So everyone wanted to flee because fleeing out of the cities was the best thing to do. But, of course, if you flee and you're infected, then you spread it. So the king brought in this law that it basically, if you were poor, you weren't allowed to flee. But if you were rich, you could go and live in, like, your country estates and country mansions and things like that. So there was a smaller percentage of the gentry died, and a bigger percentage of the poor people died. What's new? Turning into a bit of a George Galloway here. But, so, any other questions, Catherine? Because I've just blown your mind by knowing that.
Is this finished now?
The plague? Well, thank you for asking me that. And this is true. In certain parts of Ethiopia, the plague still exists. And also, they found a squirrel in a park in, I believe, San Francisco. They found a squirrel in a park in San Francisco.
It's coughing.
That has the bubonic plague.
And they also keep it in a jar, don't they? Not the squirrel, the plague.
That's smallpox and polio they keep in a jar.
In the same jar or different?
Right. Sorry, I thought you were actually interested for a second, and it turns out you're being a knob. Well, that's tonight's social history. Part 1, and we'll be looking at history throughout the centuries, throughout the years, as the series progresses. If you've got any history questions, then email me, historyprof@yahoo.co.uk, historyprof@yahoo.co.uk.
Or go to his new website, Easy as Facts.
Well, Alistair, I hope that clears things up for you.
Yeah,
thank you so much for calling. 0344 499 1000. Let's go to Paul. Good evening, Paul.
Hello, Ian. How you doing, mate?
Very, very well, mate. What is great? I tell you what is great, right? Catherine's doing the oh, I'm bored at that stuff, right? But A, I know that she likes historical stuff.
I did.
And B, and this is what makes it so great. I know that she's fuming that I actually knew all that stuff. I knew the years, I knew the kings.
That's why I was calling in.
Yeah?
Is that what you were doing on the toilet? Googling?
I think that, I think there's some errors in your facts.
Oh, I'd like to hear this, Paul! This I would love to hear this, Paul! Bring it on, Paul! Bring it on.
The first one is that you're right that that the plague hit Stratford-on-Avon, but it didn't at that time. It actually in the year one, so it was in 1564. Shakespeare was born in the April, and this happened in the June.
Okay, your line's breaking up a little bit, so move on to the second point. Move on to the second point, please.
Okay, so at that point he didn't flee. He was like three months old, so he didn't flee and go to London at that point. We don't know when he went to London exactly, but it was probably in his early 20s.
Right. Okay. Hang on. Sorry. You were there, were you?
No.
Right. Well then.
I was in Stratford this week though.
Oh, he was in Stratford. So by osmosis, he's picked up Shakespeare's. Look it up, Catherine, if you don't know what it means. He's picked up Shakespeare's biography. Has he?
We don't tend to have one, unfortunately. So
well, you may not.
Together.
You may not. I certainly know a little bit more. So you basically phoned me up to tell me that we don't know exactly when Shakespeare moved to London.
We know that. But the second point then is that the what we know is like the Great Plague, which was the Black Death, that happened then in 1664 and 1665.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me just ask you a question, Paul.
Go on.
Did I get the Queen and the King right?
Yes.
Thanks very much for calling. There we go, you see. Know-it-alls. Hate know-it-alls. If you've got any questions about history, do email me, historyprof@yahoo.co.uk. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Dial-up.
Had a really good programme on Radio 4.
We'll get you talking.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the sun holes from £15. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests, and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the sun holes from £15. Great value breaks all year round. For more information, go to thesun.co.uk/holidays.
Landlords, Direct Line guarantees to beat other insurers' renewal premiums for the same cover. Can your insurance do that? Switch to Direct Line Landlord. New customers only. Qualifying criteria apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
At DFS, sofas are handmade to order in your choice of colour, and now Spring Collection sofas are up to half price. But be quick, selected sofas end Monday. DFS.
What are the best things about working for yourself? Being the boss? Setting your own hours? Every day is bring your dog to work day. Bet you didn't say invoicing. Send customized invoices in a moment with QuickBooks. Know when they've been seen, paid, or are overdue, so you can stay on top of your cash flow and get back to more enjoyable things. QuickBooks, backing you. Available now for up to 50% off your first 6 months. For terms and conditions, visit quickbooks.co.uk.
The Dictionary of Driving by Mazda. Today, the letter F. F is for Fleet Elite. Mazda fleet cars that are a cut above the rest. With Mazda Business Contract Hire, the Mazda CX-5 with aircon, Bluetooth, cruise control and sat-nav as standard is available from £229 per month. And the fuel-efficient and high-spec Mazda 3 is available from £180 per month. Ready to join the Fleet Elite? Search Mazda Fleet. Mazda. Drive together. Business users only. Initial rentals payable. Rentals exclude VAT at 20%. T's and C's apply. You can never own the vehicle. Finance subject to status. Guarantee may be required. 18s and over. Mazda Financial Services Contract Hire.
Ocean Credit Card. If you're looking for credit, go to askocean.co.uk and see in seconds if you'll be accepted for an Ocean credit card before you apply. Checking doesn't affect your credit rating. And with a credit limit of up to £1,500, it's a no-brainer. Go to askocean.co.uk right now and get an answer in seconds. 39.9% APR representative variable. Intelligent Lending Limited is a credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender. askocean.co.uk.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Oh, never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. Don't forget you can listen to Talk Radio on DAB. Download the app or go to talkradio.co.uk. And as always, you can watch the show on youtube.com/Iain Lee. If you look for the live feed, then we're there and people are chatting. 203 people watching us there now. And you can also go to periscope.tv/Iain Lee if you want to do that. You'd be very, very welcome. Jonathan called back, and then I guess he bottled it. Yeah. He put the phone down. So don't know what that. Well, it's not really.
You're going to be all right, by the way.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
No, but are you though?
I think so. There's a lot of callers at the moment. Very dark vibe from some of them, and there's a lot of callers who are intent on telling me what I'm thinking and what I am feeling. And we know who I'm talking about. They've been on a few times, and. The thing is, you can't argue with those people because they know better than me what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling.
Oh, and they know you.
Well, they know me. Here's the thing, right? Honestly, I think, the most honest radio host that I'm aware of, and certainly the one that shares the most personal, at times quite detailed personal information. And if I wasn't being honest about this detailed personal information, there'd be no point in sharing it. You know, and there's some things I don't go into detail. I'm not going to go into detail about the divorce because that's private and that's none of your business. And other people obviously are involved that haven't given me permission, you know, to express permission to talk about it. And I wouldn't want to do it. I've always protected my family and my kids and my wife and their identity. I've never said who they are on the radio. Never said my George Galloway's listening to this. So we've got Mike Graham listening. And George Galloway. George Galloway's tweeted, surreal brilliance now with Iain Lee and Flipping Kath. I know it all now on the Black Death and Shakespeare. Or do I?
Yeah, I wouldn't take an exam on it, George. Based on Professor, what are you called? History Prof.
History Prof at yahoo.co.uk. I'll set up that email account. But honestly, I think I'm the most self-revealing, as Kath will vouch earlier on when I showed her my shavings. The most self-revealing presenter on radio. And it's true. What I say is true, you know. And I sometimes I go home and think, I said too much, man. I gave away too much. But I think that's what makes this show unique. It makes my act unique. It makes my relationship with Katherine on air unique. It makes the relationship with the callers, you know, you, dear listener, unique. There's no point in doing it if you're not going to tell the truth, you know. So when people call up and say, no, you don't think that. This is what you think, or this is what you should think.
But you know what's behind that?
Go on.
I'm important. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I'm important. I see something other people don't because I'm important.
Yeah.
And I want to make an impact on you whichever way I can. And if it's by niggling away at you, then that's what it's going to be. It's like pulling your pigtails when you're a kid at school.
Yeah.
Just want your attention.
Yeah. And that's great. And honest, again, this is the only show I know of that will allow people to phone up and be critical of me. If people want to phone up and say, I think the show's rubbish and I think you're an idiot and this is why. It's good as it's better to have and this is why at the end of it. Don't just say, I think your show's rubbish. You can do it if you want, but it doesn't take us anywhere. If you say, and this is why, then we can have a conversation about it. Otherwise, it's just me going, oh, okay, thanks. But again, I can't think of any other show. Some shows don't even take phone calls because they're so scared of the backlash that they will get. Steve Allen.
Others get phone calls and don't know how to speak to people, or they don't really listen.
Yep.
So you can ring up somewhere and do your monologue. London, the biggest C word. And someone will say to you, great point, thanks very much. They've not really listened, you're just filling time.
So, they're making a movie about the Eurovision Song Contest with Will Ferrell. Here's the thing, right? Most Will Ferrell films are rubbish. Cheap. Easily put together. He plays the same dumb character. But I could watch him till the cows come home. I love watching Will Ferrell. And it took me a while to get it. For a long time I was quite sneery about it. But I love Blades of Glory. the one where it's what's the really funny one where I think they're a basketball team and they're all sport. A lot of them are sports movies. I even watched Land of the Lost the other day, and that was terrible, and that was hard work. That took 3 or 4 sittings to do it because it's awful film.
What's the one about the 2 dads that he's in?
Oh,
that's crap as well, isn't it?
It's
got Marky Mark in it.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I've not seen the new one. I really enjoyed it. I love watching him. I think he's so watchable, and I love that dumb middle-aged man character that he plays. I probably identify with it. I'll beat you to it there, Catherine. But I love watching him. There's the great one about the basketball team. There's the one, is it Blades of Glory, where he's a sex addict and they go to a sex addiction meeting, but they're all just like virtually having sex and stuff. They're so cheesy and quite, a production line in values, but I love watching him. Anyway, it says here, it's in the newspaper, so it must be true. Hollywood bosses are planning Eurovision the movie. Why? I don't know. I don't believe that because it doesn't mean anything in America.
No.
Latin countries aren't in it, are they? No. They want to cash in on the success of the Camp contest, which is watched by 200 million viewers every year. Producers have already secured Will Ferrell, 50 for the film. He's flown to Lisbon, where this year's event is being held. The A-list actor is on a research mission to find out why Eurovision is such a hit. A contest insider said, Americans don't know much about Eurovision, but this film will change all that.
They'll find it hilarious. It is hilarious. It's a silly idea.
Elf star Will attended Eurovision's opening ceremony on Sunday night in the Portuguese capital. He was at the red carpet bash to spy on acts from across Europe. Our source added, Will was surveying everything and seeing what it was all about. I'd watch that. I don't even know who's doing... It says here, Suri.
Yeah, you remember. Didn't we watch the selection process? It was like, she looks a bit like sort of young Annie Lennox.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, good luck. Don't stand a chance. Just because we don't stand a chance at this thing anymore. I think they should get Bucks Fizz back and do that song, Making Your Mind Up.
And do the skirt thing
Do the
again.
same song, do the skirt, do it all.
But this time they asked for permission.
Yeah,
It's
we
2018.
go. Me too. Evening, Lewis.
Hello.
Hello, Lewis.
Hey, how's it going?
Going very, very well, thank you. We got two of the station's big hitters, Michael Graham and Mr. George Galloway himself. They are both listening to this show, stealing ideas. If George is on tomorrow night, Mike's on tomorrow morning at 10. George will probably be on tomorrow night at 7. Oh, he will do. It's
Thursday.
But he probably will still be on tomorrow night at 7. You listen. I bet they'll be talking about Will Ferrell,
Manscaping,
and Shakespeare in the Plague. You know it. You know it.
Oh, I do have to admit, the reason why I got Twitter in the first place was because of the 2 Mike show.
You got Twitter because of the 2 Mikes? What, you wanted to troll Mike Parry?
Or be insulted by Mike Graham.
What did Liam Gallagher call Mike Parry? Cheap Poundland Kenny Rogers. Did you see that? Liam Gallagher.
No.
They called him Poundland Kenny Rogers. That's a great one. Anyway, Lewis, go on. What you got for us, mate?
There's a Will Ferrell film, right? It's called Everything Must Go. Have you heard of it?
Remind me, what happens in it?
Well, it's quite sad, actually. It's not his typical film.
Is that the one where he's in a book?
No, it's not. He's an alcoholic. He loses his wife and kids and everything, and it's really bloody sad. It's a really sad film, but it's funny though. He does funny things. Right.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Everything Must Go is called.
I'm IMDbing it. There's one where which isn't that great actually. Everything Must Go. Will Ferrell, Rebecca Hall. Let's see what it gets on here.
Yeah, that's it.
6.4. That's good enough for me. There's one where he's a character in a book. He's a character in a book, and it's wonderful. And the author who's writing the book is trying to kill him off, and he suddenly becomes aware.
I've heard of this.
It's a great concept. It's not brilliant, but there's some good bits. He becomes aware that he's a character in a book, and this author is trying to kill him off. And so he keeps trying to do things to make him more interesting in the book, so that she can't kill him off. It's quite a good film.
Okay, well, we can swap.
Lewis, we're swapping ferals.
We're swapping ferals, man.
Nice one, man. Thank you, Lewis.
Right, cheers.
Ta-ta, bye-bye.
Bye, Lewis.
Let's go to Paul. Good evening, Paul.
Hi, evening.
Evening.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you, mate. What you got?
Oh, well, a couple of things. First of all, can we bring Terry Wogan back for the Eurovisions?
It's going to be a bit tricky.
I know, but I mean, could we not have a stand-in or animatronics, maybe?
Well, you would think they've got
hologram. Robo Wogan.
Yeah, Robo Wogan. They've got holograms for ABBA that are going to go on tour. Then they must be able to CGI Wogan. I mean, they did wonders with his hair. So all you've got to do is just work down from that. They must be able to.
Yeah. Okay, but the main point.
Yes,
I was chastised today.
Good.
And I need some agony aunt support.
Yep.
And your views.
Here we go.
Right. So
Basically, someone called Paul out for doing something wrong.
And he wants to tell us it was okay.
And we're going to go, actually, I think that sounds a little bit dodgy-bodsky.
But let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, yes.
Okay, so I actually was talking, moving a story along about something that happened on holiday, and I said, well, I happened to see a transvestite, and I was told I can no longer use the word transvestite.
Okay.
It's got to be something else. Is transvestite now a banned word?
Well, welcome to the trans hotline, where I didn't misgender someone yesterday. Thanks for double-checking. The short answer is, I don't know. I think there is a difference.
Yeah.
I think there is a difference.
Some people are men who like to wear clothes that are generally assigned to women, right? But it's just clothes.
Which is what I was referring to as a transvestite.
Right. Some people are born...
Not transgender, that's different. I'm talking about, I was told off for using... It's got to be a drag queen or something now.
Was it a drag queen or was it a transvestite?
Well, hang on, what's the difference?
That's the difference. That's where I was chastised, you
Well,
see.
there's an element of theatre in drag queenery, isn't there?
Okay, so what is transvesticism? Well, the Eddie Izzard came out as a transvestite 20 years ago.
Now he's transsexual, I think.
Is he? Right. Okay.
Let me check.
This is what is great about this whole thing is it's evolving. Everything is changing. The language changes, and things move on. I don't know is the short answer, Paul.
So is it transgender, transvestite, drag queen,
transsexual?
Transsexual.
Yeah.
Transformer. I don't know.
Well, I suppose you could have asked her.
Oh, she said it's definitely it's an abusive word now. Apparently.
Well, who told you it's an abusive word?
The person I was talking to. I don't want to name her name.
No. Okay, but you weren't talking to the trans. You weren't talking to the trans person.
No.
Right.
No, but she's a lesbian. I think we can say that word now.
We can say lesbian. Lesbian doesn't necessarily grant significantly more insight into trans. I don't know. This has got to tread so carefully. Because I don't care if I get abuse on Twitch. I'm fishing around doing the best I can. Well, I don't know. We'll have to put it out there, Paul. It would be great if a man or woman, formerly of trans people. No, that's that dance troupe. The trans community. I don't know. If someone who knows these things could tell us, that'd be great.
Why is it so important for you to label them?
Oh, fair.
Well, that was something else that come up. But I mean, how do you describe? So it's like saying, "Well, I like fish and chips." Well, why describe it as a fish? Okay.
Well,
it was an animal. It's like you've got to name something.
Why did you? Okay. Well, why did you point them out?
Because it's a long story. There's probably too long for the programme, but it was relating to...
We've got an hour and a half.
We've got an hour and a half, and the only caller we got lined up is Andre, so...
Yeah, okay. But it was not derogatory or demeaning of what I was talking about, generally. It was just a term to describe somebody that wasn't looking very good in their...
Wow. Now,
so there was derogatory.
Hang on. I think more important than the words are the intent behind the words. And
oh God,
yeah, I personally think so. Again, others might disagree, but so the point was to say there is someone over there who doesn't look very good.
but the word was describing the individual's look rather than.
But why would you want to point out that someone doesn't look very good, whether it be a man, woman, trans, man? Why would you do that?
Well, again, it wasn't a relay from something that I was saying. I was relaying it regarding a third party telling me about something, and I still got chastised. So maybe I shouldn't gossip then. Maybe that's the problem.
There's a lesson. There's a lesson.
It is a lesson, isn't it? It is.
For all of us. Hang on a second. Stay there, because we're going to get a young lady. I'm assuming that she's young. I don't know. Is to talk to us. Hang on. Stay there. Who might be able to explain things a little bit better. Sam is.
Just while we've got this pause, I had a look
yes.
for Eddie Izzard. Now, I remember him saying that he was a straight transvestite or a male lesbian. That was back in the day. But now he's saying he is transgender.
Right.
Sorry, she is transgender.
There we go.
No, hang on. And a complete boy plus half girl. Okay, so...
Sam, is Napoleon... No?
It's nuanced.
No, we have no Napoleon. We're waiting for Napoleon to call in. She can fill in all of the blanks, but maybe she.
But I think there's a bit you're missing out, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What's that bit?
Well, the bit where you were talking about trying to describe someone who wasn't passing.
Oh, what, the gossip part?
Well, saying that someone didn't look good, or you weren't convinced.
Well, I know it was actually somebody else said somebody else didn't look good and described them as a transsexual gender dresser.
Well, but now you're not. But now by doing that, that isn't helping things. Transsexual gender dresser. That isn't helping things.
I don't know how to describe. It's just, why does it have to be so confusing?
Well, because
why do we have to change?
No, you don't have
last week.
You don't have to change.
Imagine how confusing it's been for them.
Stay right, Paul. Napoleon's on the line. Good evening, Napoleon.
Hi.
Right.
Can we stop calling me Napoleon online or on phone? Just Noah's fine.
I don't know what your name is.
Noah.
Right. Okay. Listen. Can you stop coming on with a cob on? Because I don't know what your name is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go
and
on.
And also, just to clarify, because Kath, listen back, I didn't misgender you yesterday. But anyway, that's to one side. So.
Okay. Can I just have a quick reply to that?
Yeah, sure. And then I'll have a quick reply back.
I'm fully admitting that I misheard you, but later in the conversation you misheard me, so these things happen. I apologise.
Well, when we thought you swore.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. But why can't you just accept that you accused me of something wrong instead of saying, I misheard, but then you misheard as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you said the F word. I just occasionally think people who say the F word. I have to be extra cautious. Me thinking you said the F word is not the same as you accusing me of misgendering you.
Okay.
Right. So, and I don't know that your name is Noah. How am I supposed to know what your name is?
Well, no, I was just saying, can you call me that? Because Napoleon on
if I remember to do that, but because you're calling in on Skype, I don't have a little strap line that tells me there. So yeah, I'll try and remember. Right, speak to Paul.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna I just want to pick up about the Eddie Izzard thing.
Can we not for the moment? Can we address what Paul is saying?
Did you hear me clarify that?
Well, I mean, you kind of clarified it, but I mean,
can we? Noah, can we forget about that for the moment? Maybe we'll come back to
it. Kind of comes into the whole thing.
Well, listen. Yeah, I know it's great. It's my show. We'll maybe come back to that in a minute. Would you like to address what Paul was talking about?
Well, I mean, what Paul was saying about he called someone a transvestite. Just because he thought he's seen them and looked at them and said, well, they look like a transvestite, which is kind of a derogatory term. Someone isn't transvestite. And, I mean, words might out of favour because it has been derogatory for so many years. So, I mean, now mutilate transgender, of which I was telling you last night, which is an umbrella term for the whole trans community.
So transvestite, as a term, we don't use anymore.
It's kind of fallen out of favour because it has certain derogatory connotations.
Okay, so a gentleman. So as I was growing up, a transvestite was someone who just enjoyed wearing women's clothing, not necessarily for a sexual reason, but just enjoyed wearing women's clothing. So what term would we use for that person now?
I mean, the problem is you have to use whatever term they ask you to use. Which, if Eddie Izzard says he's transgender now, that's what he is. And he does still use male pronouns, which it makes it really confusing for, like, most people, even me, it makes it a little confusing. So, I mean, I'm just saying that Eddie Izzard doesn't really identify as male or female, he's kind of non-binary, but he doesn't mind either way, because that's just the way he goes. And everyone's a little different.
And this is what makes it all so beautiful, Paul, that it's evolving, it's forever changing, it's fluid.
So, number one, how am I supposed to know that? And number two, who decides?
Well, I mean, if you're not sure, maybe don't bring it up at all.
Well, yeah, but I'm running out of words is the problem. I think some of you left out some more words to the dictionary.
Well, can I just get a clarification how it came about where you were actually, like, calling them a transvestite? Like, did you have a conversation? Did you just look at someone the way their appearance was and just, like, make a comment, or...?
No, that's just a comment from somebody else that was talking about who they met on holiday. They met a transvestite on holiday, and I said to them, that was relayed by me and chastised. But the point I'm trying to get to is what I've lost track of what I'm with Ian. You know, a transvestite was quite well defined as a man dressed in female clothing, and nothing negative was meant by it, or it's just a descriptive fact.
So it wasn't like you weren't throwing an insult at anyone or anything like that?
No, it was purely descriptive.
Okay, but you did make a comment earlier, which was quite, it seems a little transphobic. Transformer, you were making all these things, and you said transformer like a joke, and that's quite a transphobic joke. So, I mean, your attitude...
What's wrong with jokes now? What's wrong with jokes? What's wrong with...
Well, I mean, when you're on the other side for so long, you get...
I listened to Radio 4 today. I think it was the comedy half an hour, and there was somebody from, I think it was Nigeria, and they were making jokes about Nigerians, about blacks, and it's quite okay, but... For some reason, other people can't make the same jokes. I get confused as to... Oh, what do you mean, what?
They were making jokes about Nigerians and blacks?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I mean, they were black and Nigerian, and they were able to make ethnic jokes.
Right, and Paul, hang on a minute now. Paul, do you understand why it's okay for black Nigerians? And I know the show you were talking about.
Okay.
I heard a bit of it. I heard a bit of it last week. I didn't particularly like it. But do you understand why it's okay for black Nigerians to make jokes about black Nigerians, and it would not be okay for me to make jokes about black Nigerians? Do you understand? Do you understand why that is?
To a point, yes.
What do you mean to a point?
Well, I think it's the fact that when if you were to use what you believe was an innocent term, and to be chastised where that term has now been changed by, I'm not sure who changes the term.
But language evolves. Language evolves. It evolves all the time.
Who evolves it?
But language has always evolved. Lots of words don't mean what they meant 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago. Language always evolves. Language is a living, breathing thing. It's not set in stone.
But at what point are you supposed to know it's changed?
Well, by asking questions, by having your ears open, by reading, by listening, by if you say something that someone goes, oh, I don't like that, you go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Can you explain why? And listening to their response.
But who said that response is correct? Who's defining that
But it sounds like the fact that you're questioning that sounds like you're looking for a fight. And you'll say you're not, but the fact that you don't get why a black Nigerian can make jokes about black Nigerians that I can't make. It's all about power. It's like why black people can say the N-word because they are owning that word. And if I were to say it would have, a completely different connotation. Yet in the 70s, I was listening to an interview with John Lennon there's a John Lennon song called Woman is the N-word of the World. Language changes, words evolve. All right, when I was growing up, a transvestite, a tranny, a TV, a cross-dresser, whatever you want to say, in the 70s and 80s and for some of the 90s, that was a bloke that used to just like wearing women's clothes. They didn't want to become a woman, they just liked wearing women's clothes. Well, we are finding out that word now is possibly considered derogatory. Well, I've learnt something, so I won't be using that word.
For a second?
Yeah, go on.
I mean, I struggle with transvestite being, it can be used in a derogatory fashion. I don't think tranny is definitely derogatory. Transvestite, for some reason, I'm not a transvestite, so I can't really speak on behalf of transvestites. So, but I know that it has recently gone out of favour in that kind of community. So, I know people like Eddie Izzard are, as we said, identifying as transgender more and more these days because I don't know, they've all just grouped us in as one big group as transgender, and we're not all the same, which is kind of it's very hard to do.
Hang on, Kath wants to say something.
No, just coming back to Paul. I get that it's confusing, but you ask the right questions. It's about whether you're prepared to listen and change, because things are moving on, and it's about whether you want to know the answer or whether you want to just keep sticking your head in the sand and pretending that what you think is right.
I think it's more a case of who decides what is right.
They do.
Well, yeah, they do. They do.
Who's they?
The people that you're in risk of offending.
Yeah.
But do we look at Collins English Dictionary for definitions?
You don't want to know the answer, Paul, do you?
Well, I don't know, I'm asking a question.
Yeah, we've answered it.
Well, it's been answered, Paul, and you don't want to change. You're angry that you got called out for talking about a transvestite, in your terms, that looked a bit ropey. I think that was kind of roughly the terms you used. You got called out for it, and that's upset you, and that's embarrassed you, and that's fine. And you're angry that a minority group has taken away, or has seemingly struck a word from your vocabulary. Just don't say the word transvestite again.
I haven't got that many words to use. I'm struggling now.
Well, you've been given a few tonight.
Yeah, you won't. You'll survive without calling someone a transvestite.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, nice one, Paul. Thank you, mate.
Bye.
Ta-ta. He didn't want to hear.
Thanks, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
One sec. Am I still on the air?
Yes.
I really don't want to become the spokesperson for, transgender issues, but you did kind of, say something which kind of made me want to call in again. So, last night was a bit, heated, and I, again, apologise for that. So,
okay.
That's all I really want to say.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers, bye-bye. 0344 499 1000. What a show this is tonight. Show of shows. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
We are
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
Countdown to Brexit on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times. The clock is ticking as the UK prepares to officially leave the European Union. Listen to the No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer tomorrow morning from 6:30, when she'll be joined by Times journalists to discuss the latest Brexit developments. Don't just be informed, be well informed with debate, analysis and opinion from right across the political spectrum. Countdown to Brexit with Julia Hartley-Brewer, weekday mornings from 6:30 on Talk Radio with The Times. Keeping your four wheels fresh when you've got a four-legged friend, can be a hairy business. Until now. Power Out Pet Mess Kit is the brilliant new product from Turtle Wax that keeps canine carrying cars clean. Whether you take your Vizsla in a van, your hound in a hatchback, or your black lab in a black cab, Power Out Pet Mess Kit is the simple way to remove the unwanted hairs and odours pet passengers leave behind. Turtle Wax Power Out Pet Mess Kit. Trusted innovation inside and out. Buy today from Halfords to get 20% off.
Hello, sir. So you're interested in our Vivaro van with up to 4
years warranty?
Exactly. Plus up to
4 years servicing.
Right again. And 4 years 0% APR finance with Vauxhall Help to Buy.
Really?
Search Vauxhall Vivaro. Vauxhall. British brand since 1903. Conditional sale. 4 years 0% APR. Minimum 18% deposit plus VAT at 20% on total price. Financed by Vauxhall Finance, subject to status. 18 plus. Business users only. T's and C's, mileage limitations and exclusions apply.
What do you fancy for dinner?
Well, Great Taste of America's back at McDonald's. There's that New York stack.
What's that?
It's 2 beef burgers, baby.
Keep talking.
A hell of a lot of slaw, pickles, and bacon, all in a New York-style bagel. You's up for it?
What are we waiting for? Let's get out of here. Great Taste of America is back at McDonald's. Go all out for the classic New York stack. Coleslaw, pickles, and bacon in a sesame seed bagel. Around until Tuesday. Available from 10:30am, subject to availability, participating restaurants only.
Witchton Wolf here. Now listen up. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up, look outside, and see your precious car gleaming in the sun. And then you see one nasty dent on the side. Some bozo's bad driving has ruined your pink paint job. You're furious. That's when you thank your lucky stars you're with Direct Line. Unlike with other insurers, you won't lose your no-claim discount when you claim it's not your fault.
Hit while parked? Your no-claim discount is safe. Can your motor insurance do that? With comprehensive cover as standard, excesses apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
At Tesco Mobile, we want to make your mobile life a little better. It's why we offer capped contracts that put you in complete control of your bill. So you'll never get a nasty shock at the end of the month. Phone bills with added peace of mind. It's another little thing that makes a big difference. Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
Cap contracts on pay monthly tariffs only. Info and T's and C's at tescomobile.com.
He's the righteous reporter who's got his finger on the pulse of UK politics.
They should be scrutinised more closely.
The Week with John Nicholson on Talk Radio, Sunday afternoon from 4. Join the stout speaker with the Triple Lock Manifesto to bring you the week's big stories from Westminster, as I said to Tony.
Journeying across the week's political landscape, debating all the pressing issues.
I'll be presiding over fast-paced political debate.
From budget cuts to Brexit, or ballots to backbenchers. All from this heavily reinforced radio dispatchable.
Read my lips.
It's a three-line whip to listen to The Week with John Nicholson.
Toying the party line, Sunday afternoon from 4
on Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh my word. It's the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000. Busy on the phones. Mark, Dave, Andre, stay there. We're going to go to Alex first. Good evening, Alex.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you, mate. What you got for us?
Well, it's been a really heavy night. There's been a lot of very serious discussions discussed. I think we could change tactics and make it a little bit more lighthearted. You were talking about Will Ferrell being courted for some weird Eurovision movie.
Yes.
Hollywood is clearly creatively bankrupt, so let's run with it and let's think of some other things that we could cast him in. I reckon you could have him do any stupid plot and it will work because it's him.
Yes.
So you could do something stupid like, I don't know, you could have a film about two guys just in a pub quiz and it's him and the other one that he's always in films with, John C. Reilly. Don't give him a script.
There's a film about pub quiz already with Jason Bateman in. Which is, he's not pub quizzes, but he's into quizzes. He starts off in a pub quiz, and he's into games, and they have gaming nights. I think it's called Game Night.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's quite. I went to the pictures and saw that. It's quite good. It's quite a good. It's been done. It's been done, Alex.
Well, you could say it's a remake.
Okay.
They might as well. They remake everything else.
Yes. But Will Ferrell is surely the greatest comedic talent this world has ever seen, isn't he?
He's very, very good. I don't know if I'd say greatest of all time, but then again, I can't think of anyone I'd say instead.
Yeah, but name one. He's better than Laurel and Hardy. He's better than Steve Martin. He's the best. He's
Ooh,
the best.
That's controversial.
No.
Steve Martin, when he was at his best, I mean, something like Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Boring. I went to the pictures to see
Really?
that film. It was boring. Name one good Steve Martin film.
Well, that was it.
Right, exactly. And it's dull. I remember going to the pictures, seeing that, thinking, geez, this is... The only funny thing in that is, those aren't pillows. But that's it. The rest of it is boring.
Father of the Bride.
Rubbish.
Great. Parenthood.
Father of the Bride, really?
Father of the Bride's only good
Don't be
because...
snobbish, you know you love it.
Father of the Bride is only good because of Martin Short. Martin Short makes that movie.
So you say it's good?
No, Martin
not.
Short's part. Martin
Three
Short's
Amigos?
part. Three Amigos is quite good, but that's Chevy Chase and Martin Short again.
All right.
Roxanne?
Rubbish.
No.
Rubbish. All these sappy, crappy films from the 70s and the 80s.
Why are you afraid of emotion?
No, I'm not afraid of emotion. I like Patch Adams, but I just think his films are awful. Hey, where are we on getting that Robin Williams book?
I've sent a request.
Don't tell me I've got to order it and buy it.
Wow.
Okay, we might have to order. There's a book out, Alex, a really detailed biography of Robin Williams, really detailed, and I can't wait. I'm going to suck that book up like nobody's business.
Me too. I'm going to take a look at that and order it myself.
I'm going to go. Let me go. I'm going to go.
It's called Robin.
Just called Robin.
I'm going on Amazon to see if it's out. Hang on.
You know what's going to happen. You'll order it tonight. It'll arrive tomorrow. And not from that place that you're
if you want to talk about some of the greatest comedic talents of all time, he has to be at the top of the conversation. I know he's not around anymore, but pretty much any film he was in, dramatic or comedy, he was incredible in them.
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
Really? You don't like Good Will Hunting? You don't think he's good in it?
I think he's good in Good Will Hunting.
It's not a funny film, though, is
I
it?
was joking about Patch Adams. That's a stinker. The best.
Patch Adams is garbage. No.
The best Robin Williams film is a film that no one seems to have seen because it flopped. Is The World According to Garp.
Oh, I've seen that.
That's a great film. That is a great film. Everyone should go and watch that.
And then there's Dead Poets.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Society, brilliant film. I'm very partial to Good Morning Vietnam.
I've never seen that.
I saw that at the pictures, and so that must have been 30 years ago. So I don't know if it's any good. Good Morning Vietnam. I like Popeye. I went to see the Popeye movie at the pictures. I loved it. Great songs written by Harry Nilsson. I love Popeye. I thought it was absolutely wonderful.
I haven't seen that either. I'll check that out.
No,
I'll
don't expect too much because everyone hated it. I love
I found
Popeye.
it a bit creepy.
Yeah.
Also, my dad used to call me Olive Oil, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Alex, thank you for that, mate. Cheers. I'm going to go to Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Hello.
Hello, Mark. What you got for us?
Well, I was wondering, because Catherine, your 11 o'clock song, I was going to make a small request for 12.
What would you like at 12?
Well, a friend of mine is on SoundCloud and makes tunes and all that sort of thing, plays all the instruments, writes it all, records it all. So I was wondering if you could be the world premiere of his music.
I'm going to do it. How do I find him on SoundCloud?
Type in Iain, A-I-D-E-N.
I can spell Aiden!
You say that, that's only because he's just spelt it for
That's absolutely correct.
Well,
Yeah, Aiden, yes.
You spell Ian right, so I didn't know if you could spell Iain.
Oh, now...
Mark, you are yay close to getting a punch in the hooter, sunshine. Go on, next, second name.
Scott.
Yeah, I've got that.
How are you spelling that?
Stop it. Aiden Scott.
With a hyphen and then Brown with an E.
Flipping it. Let's go. Right. What we're going to do is, when we come back at midnight... Hang on a minute. Aiden Scott Brown. Okay, which song do I play?
Go down, try Frontier of My Name. It might be the best.
Frontier of My Name.
Has it got an F-bomb in it?
No,
Right.
no, there's no F-bomb.
We're going to play Frontier of My Name, Mark, and what we're going to do, we're going to play it after midnight, and we are going to open up the phone lines. We'll take calls straight to air, and people can critique it, okay? So 034449910.
Nice and aggressive, preferably.
There we go, Mark. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Thank you, Mark. So after midnight, we're going to take calls straight to air and play a brand new song by Aiden Scott Brown. And if you think it's great, you tell him it's great. If you think it's pony, you tell him it's pony. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Listen.
What a great couple of hours.
Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The Sunday Times and Skoda are back with the Alternative Rich List, filled with the year's most inspiring people who've challenged us all to be driven by something different. Join Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast as she finds out just what motivates some people to relentlessly follow their dreams, realizing success and a life of fulfillment. Investigate the Sunday Times Alternative Rich List all this week with Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio with Skoda, driven by something different.
This is the sound of someone with a million things to do waiting in. Your time is precious. We're with you. So our engineers call ahead to let you know when they're on their way. When you're with British Gas, we're with you. 95% of engineers call ahead.
When the McCulloch man mows his lawn with his McCulloch lawnmower, he powers through even the toughest grass with one goal in mind: to finish the job before the match starts. And with his McCulloch lawnmower, he's got the power to get the job done. That's why his mates envy his lawn, as well as his team. Get your McCulloch lawnmower and other garden power tools at good DIY stores nationwide or at McCulloch.com. McCulloch, the power to get the job done.
Cast your mind back and think. Were you ever contacted out of the blue for a pension review? Were you advised to move your work or personal pension into a SIP, self-invested personal pension?
Yes, I was.
You could be due thousands if you were missold. Money Redress are trusted claim specialists in pension and investment mis-selling. They'll manage the whole claim for you on a no payout, no fee basis, so you can't lose. Text WIN to 85077.
One thing we've learned over time, there's always room for improvement. Something we've been working on for over 50 years as the UK's #1 commercial vehicle brand. So we asked you, the customer, what we could do to improve our new Transit range. Your response inspired thousands of ideas, creating a new range with a model to fit any business. Take the new Transit Custom, our most versatile and hard-working model yet, with an advanced optional Sync 3 system, offering voice control features and much more. Discover what the new Transit range can do for your business at Ford.co.uk. Ford. Together, we go further.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the latest news at midnight, I'm Carl Hartley. Good morning. The US President is preparing to impose new sanctions on Iran, perhaps as early as next week. That's according to the White House Press Secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She says a new deal certainly isn't at the top of Donald Trump's list.
He would like to see something happen, but we are 100% committed to making sure that Iran does not have nuclear weapons.
Mr. Trump has pulled America out of the agreement. It eases sanctions against Iran in exchange for it abandoning its weapons program. The UK, France, Germany and the European Union say it's still in place and is worth fighting for. In other news, Sir Alex Ferguson is out of intensive care. The former Manchester United manager had to undergo emergency surgery after suffering a brain hemorrhage at the weekend. 4 men have been found guilty of plastering racist stickers around Aston University campus. After placing them across the site, they posed for photos with the black flag of far-right group National Action and made Nazi-style
I don't listen to the radio. You're
They've been convicted of inciting racial hatred at Birmingham Crown Court and will be sentenced next month. Now, BMW has confirmed a second recall of thousands of vehicles from the UK roads in just over a year. It says 312,000 cars need fixing because of a fault that can cause a total loss of power. It happened to Graham Reed when he was travelling at 60 miles per hour.
All of a sudden, the engine just cut out. I had no steering, no brakes, everything was very heavy, and literally just had to kind of pull the car over.
And Huddersfield have secured Premier League survival by drawing 1-1 at Chelsea, whose hopes of Champions League qualification are now out of their hands. Hibernian lost 2-1 at Hearts in the Scottish Premiership. Outbreaks of occasionally heavy rain in the east overnight, clearer conditions in the west where it'll be a little bit chilly, showers and strong winds in the northwest.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Right, so we're going to play this song. I've not heard it.
Aidan Scott Brown.
Aidan Scott Brown, and the song he wanted to play was Frontier of My Name. And it's a terrible name for a song.
Probably means it with all his heart, though.
At the frontier of my name, you were playing a game, and I looked into your eyes and I saw that I fell in love with you. That's how I would do it. So we're going to play it. It's 4 minutes, 3 seconds long. 0344 499 1000. We'll take calls straight to air, and we'll dip the song, and you will come on and tell me exactly what you think. Is it a hit or is it a shit? Because we play hits and shits on Talk Radio. Let's go. You can't do hit or miss because that's jukebox jury. So hit or shit is my thing. So here we go. This is Frontier of My Name by Aidan Scott Brown. You give us a call, 0344 499 1000. Hit or a shit. Here we go. Yeah, let's play it. 0344 499 1000. Hit or a shit. Aidan Scott Brown. Here we go.
So was written, was climbing on the wall. This fatal scene, and you've been acting bound to face its curtain call. And all along the border, the crosses pave the streets. There's no need for law and order when the devil leaves receipts. Take the last train for freedom, leave your kisses on the way. Take the last train for freedom, the sun sets there every day. You can't go living when your eyes were painted.
Yeah, Ian, this is, I'm listening to this, and this is the biggest piece of shit I've ever heard in my life.
Clothing and shoes all worn away. Rats live better, well, they ate 3 times a week. All you read books on how ideal this life to live is yours to lead. Take the last train for freedom, leave your kisses on the way.
Hello, caller.
Hello, this music.
Yes.
Is it the Beatles? I think it's Wicked.
Oh, well, you got to say it's a shit or a hit?
It's a hit.
Thank you very much, caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
This is shit.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, caller. You're on the air. What do you think of Aidan Scott Brown?
I think it's quite good, actually, man. I think it's quite good.
Thank you very much. Caller, you're on the air. What do you think of this song, please?
Sadly, a big steaming pile of shit.
Thank you very much, caller. 0344 499 1000. Hello, caller. What do you think of this song?
Fanny.
Okay, Fanny. That wasn't one of the options. It's not one of the options. Hello, caller. What do you think?
Rubbish on the radio.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, caller. You're through to the Aidan Scott Brown hotline.
It's a flush of a toilet.
I think it's a flush of a toilet. Thank you very much indeed, caller. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, what do you think?
Please turn it off.
Okay, thank you, Carthy. Line 3, what do you think?
This song is arse gravy.
Line 4, what do you think of the song, please?
Hello, is that Ian?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the song's shit.
Thank you very much indeed. And the last call, what do you think, caller?
Bumba Clark.
Okay, well that's just rude. That is. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, well that's that done. I wasn't keeping a score there, but I listen. We don't want another one.
Okay, Aidan, if you're listening.
That really, just give it up. Just give it up. Honestly, you don't stand a chance in hell.
Well, maybe in hell they all sound like that.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We'll do. We'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that more often, right? I like that. If you or a friend are in a band and you want your songs to be rated, hit or shit, will we get in trouble for that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking, will social media like that one? They probably would, wouldn't they? I can bleep it.
They cut the swearing out of the other one. If you've got a song that you'd like us to play for the listeners, send me an email, ian@iainlee.com, and give us your phone number as well in the email, and we'll see if we can put you on. I can see that as a TV format.
Definitely.
I see that as a TV...
The S Factor.
Maybe we'll get in trouble for saying that, I don't know. So, they've... I tell you so, a weird thing on Twitter. You know, Twitter moments. I like Twitter moments because it's just people talking about stupid things, right?
You can make your own Twitter moment,
you can make your own Twitter moments, yeah. And there was one, New York guy goes nuts when he sees someone climbing into a sewer. I thought, I'll have a look at this. This one New York citizen couldn't believe his eyes when he saw someone slipping nonchalantly into a sewer. Right, and it's an amazing bit of film, right? It's a guy just in the middle of the street. He lifts up a sort of grill on the ground, just goes in, right? And everyone, all the comments, this guy's whack. Is he one of the mole people? Apparently you're a thing. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Lol. But what no one says is, God, the state of that man's clothes. He's obviously homeless. Do you think he lives down there? Do you think he actually lives in the sewer? Because he looks filthy. And he's kind of, you do wonder for his mental health. Is that guy all right? No one says that.
They're just laughing about it.
They're all laughing. And I watched this bit of film several times. And I found it really sad. It's a guy, doesn't even look around, lifts up this, he's obviously done it loads of times, lifts up this grill, just goes straight in and the grill pops down. He's going under the street. And this guy's filming it from behind. And it's all lols and I just thought, that's the saddest bit of footage I've seen in years. That poor bloke. Poor bloke. As we know from personal experience and then from talking to our friend in America, there are a lot of severely mentally ill people wandering the streets and riding the trains because they have because healthcare costs, and who's mentally ill people aren't going to have the tens of thousands of dollars it's going to cost to go and get mental health. And we're talking like proper, schizophrenia, bipolar, severely damaged people. And so so many of them are wandering streets. Here, the facilities here are awful. But at least there are some facilities. And they're awful, and they're not great at all. But they're just... I watched this and I thought, that poor bloke. And now he's become a meme.
God. I saw a documentary once about people who live in the storm drains in under Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
No.
Amazing, right? So you've got all this sort of decadence above ground. And there's whole communities of people living in these sort of tunnels underneath the city. And quite a lot of them are gambling addicts, and they went there to, for good times and ended up losing all their money, and they stay there. And some of the people in this storm drain would go above ground, and they'd go around the casinos, putting their hands in the bottom of the slot machines to see if there's any more money.
Yeah.
And when they found the money, instead of spending it on food, straight back in the slots.
This will be the spin. This will be the spin that wins.
Yeah.
Twitter, I think, it's a strange place. Anyway, here's some good news. They've finally, and thank God they've done this, because I was talking about this the other day actually with someone. When are they going to do this? Well, they've done it. They've taught a spider to leap on command. So Colin Fernandez, the science correspondent.
He knows his stuff.
The science world is set for a major leap forward. And this really is great stuff. Thanks to a spider called Kim, who's been trained to jump on demand. The creature, who, like her namesake, Kim Kardashian, has a generously proportioned derriere, already this is weird, is able to jump up to 6 times her body length from a standing start. You never see a spider jump, do you?
Arachnophobia, they were jumping all over the shop.
Well, also, if you watch Arachnophobia on a TV, though, you can see the metal rod pushing the big spider, so ruined it for me. Researchers examined her technique as they hope to build micro-robots that can emulate jumping spiders. Why would they do that? Why would they want to build micro-robots that can emulate a thing that spiders don't do very often?
For the Arachnophobia reboot.
There we go. One possible use would be for pest control on crops. Oh, their subject, Kim, is a regal jumping spider. So a species famed for its jumping ability.
So wait. They're taking credit for a spider doing what
But they've trained it to do it on command. This is the thing. Like, sit, walkies, sit, here,
jump.
She's under half an inch long, but scientists from Manchester University, probably slipped it an E, were able to capture...
Wow.
Sorry?
Was that Mankist, what you just did there?
No, scientist. Sort of doesn't make sense, but if you don't question it, it does.
Carry on, yeah.
We're able to capture these remarkable images of Kim's leaps using high-speed, high-resolution cameras. Yeah, cameras. The team say their experiment explains how some predatory spiders catch their prey. Right, where's the bit where they actually trained her? Oh, they trained her to leap on demand by presenting her with a series of gaps to jump, lifting her across manually at first, before she learned to perform the task on her own. Of 4 female spiders brought from a Manchester pet shop, only Kim cooperated with her trainers. The others were crushed by a heavy book. I don't... What is that? I don't even know... What even is that? Here's the diet. The regal jumping spider eats just 1 cricket a week. That meant Kim had to be trained without using food as an inducement. Scientists lifted her across a gap by hand to show her what they wanted her to do. Here you go, love. It's mostly harmless to humans, although it can deliver a painful bite. So it's not harmless to humans.
Yeah, it's a bit...
That's a stupid story. Evening, Steve.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, brother. So what kind of radio station is this, brother?
It's one where idiots call up who don't know how to turn their radios off, brother.
Oh, fucking hell, mate.
There we go. And one where you can't use the F word, but thanks very much indeed. Sorry to the YouTubers and the Periscopers. If you watch on YouTube, you get the whole uncensored nonsense. It's funny, you saw me reach for the dump button quite early on in that conversation.
Yeah,
we knew where that was going.
See, you phoned us before.
It said new on the screen.
Oh, how funny.
How funny.
We've had a sweary Steve before, that's all.
Yeah,
maybe it's something to do with the name Steve.
It's the name. Stevens with a V would swear. Stevens with a PH wouldn't swear. 03444991000. 45 minutes of mirth and merriment to go. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. 24-hour radio debate and entertainment.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Still haven't signed up to Selco Predictor? Why not? What a chance! What a goal! There's a million good reasons why you should. Sign up now at selcobw.com/predictor and use your footballing foresight for the chance to become a millionaire. Plus, in May, win a GoPro bundle complete with chest harness, 3-way handler, smart remote and Hero 5 action cam. The Selco Predictor. £1 million. Download the Selco app now or sign up for free at selcobw.com/predictor.
Right, sandcastle's finished. So, what now? Swimming? Crazy golf? Tennis? The arcades? The water slides?
And the phones went nuts.
Ready to join millions of families across the UK and Europe on a halt from £15 only with the Sun? Oh yeah! Pick up the Sun and start collecting this Saturday. T's and C's apply.
Hello, sir. Can I interest you in a new Vauxhall with a...
Advanced European engineering?
Exactly. And feel free to explore the...
Connectivity for mobile devices?
And did you know it's the Vauxhall £500 free fuel event between the 11th and 14th of May?
Really?
Yes. So now you can take advantage of £500 free fuel when you drive away a new Vauxhall. And that's in addition to our Help to Buy offers.
Search Vauxhall Help to Buy. Vauxhall. British brand since 1903. On selected models across the range registered by 30th of June 2018. At participating retailers from 11th to 14th of May 2018. £500 on a prepaid card. T's and C's and exclusions apply. See vauxhall.co.uk/May event.
Winston Wolfe here. Now listen up. It's a beautiful morning. You wake up, look outside, and see your precious car gleaming in the sun. And then you see one nasty dent on the side. Some bozo's bad driving has ruined your pink paint job. You're furious. That's when you thank your lucky stars you're with Direct Line. Unlike with other insurers, you won't lose your no-claim discount when you claim it's not your fault.
Hit while parked? Your no-claim discount is safe. Can your motor insurance do that? With comprehensive cover as standard, excesses apply. Underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
No rules nocturnal nattering for night birds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
All right, cool.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Should we put? I've got another. I think this is the last one of those 5 minutes of that Watco made. At Watco, if you want to go and congratulate him, WATKO, go and do it because he's a nice lad and he'd appreciate it. I've asked him if he'll send us some more, if he'll make some more. He may have used up everything. So this is the last one we've got. This is 5 minutes of philosophy.
It's a great day to sell green hoovers. I used to stand in the mirror every day when I used to sell vacuum cleaners and go, it's a great day today to sell green hoovers. But no, the first thing I do is what I try and do is I've got certain things that I've got written and put on my wall at home in the hall. And it's things like be kind to people. Literally, it does say this on the wall. Be your own best friend. Don't be hard on people. Give people time. Learn to respect yourself. I've got all these things and I read those before I set off for the day.
You live down here once, so you might as well enjoy your life while you're down here, because when it's gone, that's it. That'd be my motto. I'd tell anybody. I like to make people laugh, and if I see people what's looking miserable, I'll just crack out a joke just to make them smile.
Happy. Just get on me what life throws at you. You can't always have what you want, you can't always do what you want, you make the best of what you got.
I take life as a great challenge, and I look forward to it and I run with it, and it is good. You get out of it what you put in, and I think I'm a great believer in... I believe in God. I don't believe in a God. I believe in there is something out there that is made to work for us, and it's a faith as opposed to a religion. And I think, at the end of our lives, there's somebody going to wait to be a bit like this, a bit like an interview, and he's going to say, or she's going to say, so what have you learned? And then I'm going to have to go through my own life and put it into context, and to be able to say, this is what I've learned. And every day is a whole new learning game. So, I love life, grasp it, run with it. If there's something that needs doing, it's easy to get on with it and do it than sit and moan about it. So, and I'm at my office and I'm doing something for somebody else. I accept responsibility for who I am. I accept responsibility for what I have become. I do not blame anybody, I do not praise anybody for the way I have turned out. I have made my own successes, I have made my own failures, and I live by them and I accept them, and they are everything that has happened to me has made me what I am. Whether it was of my own volition or by accident or whatever, if I'd have changed it, I could have done, but I accept what I am, so I am my own person. I am nobody's tool, I am nobody's fool, but my own.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, don't do drugs. I'll eat the odd bit of chocolate now and then, but who doesn't? You've got to enjoy life. Can't be totally boring.
I just think most things you've got to just ride through them, because you can't alter fate or whatever, can you? If it's meant to be, it'll be, and you've just got to deal with it the best way you can, you know. I know sometimes, I mean, you get really uptight about things, but it passes, and then you look back and you think, well, you know, that's okay now.
Everything's work in progress, because you cannot predict the future. You can't tell me what's going to happen tomorrow. You can't tell me what's going to happen next week. We don't know about life. We can't even predict the weather.
I suppose if I had any sort of mantra, it would be all things in moderation and do your best and live with your mistakes. I try to do my best. If I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I'm pleased.
If somebody pulls out in a car in front of somebody, how many of us go, oh, you idiot, and blah, 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 blah? Because the meaning that we've given is they're driven with undue care and attention or whatever. But could we have given the meaning, he's just driven like that because somebody's dying in hospital. He's just driven like that because he's getting married and he's late for his wedding. He's just driven like that because his school's just rang up and his... The reality is, we don't know why that person's just pulled out in front of us. So instead of adding meaning to the event that you've seen, strip any meaning out, don't give it any meaning at all, and take things on face value. And by doing that, you keep yourself on the straight and narrow, and you keep yourself emotionally strong.
I think we played that one before, but it's well worth a second listen. I'm out of them now. Tweet at Watco and beg him to make some more. 0344 499 1000. This is a story that's been in some of the papers all week. This is incredible, right? This couple that got married. This man and this woman, they were going to get married 5 days before the wedding. She had her arm bitten off by a crocodile.
Oh.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you?
Plot twist.
Yeah, incredible. It's the most amazing... 5 days before the wedding, the crocodile bit her arm off, and she still went and got married, and... incredible. The bride who got married just 5 days after a crocodile tore her arm off has relived the terrifying attack. Zanel Ndlovu, 25, said new husband Jamie Fox, 27... Here we go. What a man. What a man. What a woman. What a couple. Saved her life by punching the reptile as it tried to drag her under. Fantastic. Good for him. It's also emerged yesterday the croc has since been hunted down and shot dead. Sorry, croc fans. The couple were paddling on an inflatable canoe down the Zambezi in Zimbabwe when the beast surfaced and attacked Zanel. She said, it jumped out of the water and bit a chunk off my right arm. Together with the side of the canoe, which started deflating. It all happened so fast. The crocodile bit me again and pulled me into the water. God, what an amazing story. Jamie swam over to where I was struggling with the crocodile that was trying to pull me to the bottom and grabbed my waist. With the other hand, he rained blows down on the crocodile. He rained blows down on the crocodile to save his fiancée. What an amazing pair of human beings these people are. The guides saw us battling the crocodile and joined in, and it finally let go. The pain was excruciating, but Jamie was by my side, and I summoned the strength to fight through it, and although he was in shock, he calmed me down. Experts said they feared the crocodile could kill others after last week's horror attack near the Victoria Falls. Zanel's right arm was so badly damaged it needed to be amputated. Despite this... This is lovely. Despite this, her wedding still went ahead on Saturday, but the venue was changed to a hospital chapel. Charity worker Jamie from Bromley, South East London, met former tennis player Zanel on a trip to Zimbabwe 2 years ago. They're expected to stay for a few weeks as she recovers. Isn't that just the most incredible story? How terrifying that must be. How terrifying, right? How brave of her to well, I don't know what you could do. How incredibly brave of him to swim towards it. Of course, it's the woman that he loves, but you can imagine when something so shocking happens, you just freeze. Swam towards it and smacking it in the face. A crocodile. Incredible. And then she has her arm amputated. I suppose you probably want to postpone the marriage. Not a chance. We're getting married on Saturday. Not moving that for the world. Amazing. I thought that was such an incredible story. I've been meaning to pick up on that all week, because it's been in the papers a few times. And then, of course, you've got the other wedding, the royal wedding, which is not this weekend, the weekend after. And I live near Windsor, and I was in Windsor today. Dear God. Well, the bunting is out. All of the homeless, and there are quite a few homeless in Windsor, were being filmed for, I think, news crews.
Oh, because now it's become a point of principle.
Yeah. So I saw lots of arty shots of homeless people being filmed. Lots of foreign film crews were there interviewing people on the street, foxing and stuff like that. Loads of film crews. Bunting everywhere. And every shop has got, congratulations to Harry and Meghan! Come in and buy your Union Jack flags.
Yeah. I went to Next today to pick something up for the kids, and the kids section, in fact, in the adult section as well, there's like T-shirts with Royal on it, and the kids section, it's got like, little outfits with the Union flags and things. They're going to town, aren't they? Are people going to dress up for it? Because I think unless you're invited, you don't have to dress up.
I dressed up for William and the lady that he married.
Well, I did, but we got invited to a party.
Oh, we invited people around to ours, and I dressed up in tuxedo.
Did you?
Yeah, dressed up in a tuxedo. I think everyone dressed up a bit. Just over a tuxedo. Just for a laugh, ironically.
Yeah, we wore red, white and blue.
I'm going to be away the weekend of it, and I would quite like to watch it with my kids, because I think they would probably enjoy it. And, it would be nice to watch it with them and make slightly sarky comments and
actually, that's right. The kids will love it.
The kids will love it. The boys will love it. And well, here's a useful text we've just been sent.
Oh, good.
Don't mess with crocodiles.
No, it's a bit late for that couple, but yeah, you're right. Inflatable boats, not a good idea.
So there's a sort of stories in the paper about this bloody wedding. A dental clinic is using Meghan Markle's smile as an advert for its services.
Oh.
The Implant Centre in Hove, East Sussex, has her beaming on a Union Jack with the slogan, "Give your smile that Meghan sparkle." A source said, Meghan won't have known about this. But they're everywhere. Every shop window in Windsor is about this flipping royal wedding. And actually, I'm glad I'm out of Windsor that weekend. I'm going to be in Birmingham at a retro video games event. I'm giving a talk, apparently.
Mm-hmm. You can still dress up.
Suppose so. You can still dress up. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The incredible new sound of Talk Radio.
The no-nonsense breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
The biggest breaking news stories, headline-grabbing guests and razor-sharp opinion.
Join me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, when I'll be turning up the heat every morning from 6:30 with an essential mix of straight-talking debate, heavyweight political guests and fearless comment. Waking up the nation with a brand new breakfast conversation.
The no-nonsense breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
This morning from 6:30
on Talk Radio. A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the phone number. Another 30 minutes, and then it's Paul Ross at 1 o'clock. I think when I get home tonight at 2, I might have a couple of bouts of Overwatch on the old PS4. Fancy that. Had a good game today, and then I had a very angry Italian man afterwards. Really very unhappy with my technique as Symmetra.
Did you not tell him it was on your game?
No, I told him to S my D.
Oh.
Good evening, Jack.
Calling me up, been calling me for years, sex offender. man. Go away, I'm never gonna touch your winky with my mouth. That's what you want me to do. You are a boring, lonely loser. Leave me alone. It's so long.
When did I record this?
etc. Yes, I'm on.
Well, thanks, man. That was awesome. I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant at songing.
Turns out,
doesn't it?
Eurovision next year, we might have a chance.
You might just have a chance. Bad news, lads. Jane Fonda's knocked Nookie on the head.
Is she?
Yeah, she's knocked Nookie on the head. Hollywood star Jane Fonda has quit sex after turning 80.
She quit sex.
I quit.
I'm leaving.
I'm out of here.
That's enough of that.
I'm splitting.
Oh, no.
Her new movie tells of 4 OAP pals whose sex lives are rekindled by an erotic novel.
Oh, I see. She's been interviewed for this silly film and she's made a comment about preferring, I don't know, eating a piece of toast or something.
Well, why don't we read the story?
Well, I know it.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Go on.
I'm going to read it.
I know it.
But while promoting the book club, Jane revealed, "I've closed up shop down there."
But she hasn't.
But I've left a key under the mat round the back door.
She got a pop-up shop.
Nobody has to keep on being sexual later in life. It should be up to us to make the decision. It is.
It is, yeah.
I'm not dating anymore. I'm 80, and it's only over when you decide it's going to be over. Jane, who is 3 times divorced, was with record producer Richard Perry, 75, for 8 years. They separated in January 2017. Last year, Jane admitted experimenting with sex toys for her role in Netflix comedy Grace and Frankie.
Yeah, she says stuff when she's selling films. That's what actors do.
That's what they do.
Catherine, you were right.
Okay, if you say so.
Say it.
You speak to this next guy. Say hello to the caller.
No, who
Go
is
on,
it?
say hello to the caller.
No, you never hand over a good one.
Go on.
No.
Hello? 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 You can hear me?
Unfortunately.
Hello, Ian?
Good evening, Mo. It's what a pleasure to have you back on. We don't normally allow double bubble.
Yeah, well, listen, Ian. Yeah, are you going to cut me off now?
No.
Give me 60 seconds of calmness.
Okay. 60 seconds of what?
Calmness, I think.
It's not what I heard.
Oh.
Bless him, he's only young.
Yes.
He's only young.
He's a trier.
Oh yeah, so the itchiness is a side effect of coming off the mirtazapine. But it's getting better. I've still got numb fingers. 6 weeks after it started, I've still got numb fingers. I just haven't got the time to go to the doctors. I haven't got the time.
Hang on. Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. And yet earlier on you were saying, "You doing anything tomorrow, Kath? Can we play Overwatch?"
Well, I can't. You can't get an appointment on the same day.
Well, plan one and make time.
Well, okay. We'll make that.
Oh.
Because I can't. I'm a busy guy.
Too busy for your own health.
Well, I am. I can't go to the doctors tomorrow because you got to get a same day appointment. You've got to phone them at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to be snoozing. So that isn't going to happen. Maybe I'll phone up and see if I can. But then they say we don't do appointments for the next week. I don't want to go to a walk-in centre because that's just for like emergencies, really. I might give them a call tomorrow. 03.
You're impossible.
I'm not. I'm very possible. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Gavin.
Hello, Ian. Why do you want to speak to me, man?
I don't want to speak to you. Why do you... What?
Sam just told me that you were eager to speak with me.
Well, Sam's S-stirring.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, do you remember I called you? I was in a car crash last night and everything was kind of going crazy.
Yeah, what's happened since?
Yeah, I've been to the doctor, and they, God bless them, they actually, they couldn't give me an appointment to see the GP, and they sent the police round.
Right.
Because obviously that's loads quicker than getting a doctor's appointment. Yeah, we'll just send the old bill round.
Well, I suspect that they sent the old bill round, not just for the simple reason that they couldn't get you a doctor's appointment for the next few days, because that's not standard procedure. I'd imagine
that's exactly what I thought, man. Why?
Yeah, because you've been in a car crash.
You know,
You've been in a hit and run.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You've been in a hit and run.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that at all.
No.
Blimey, well, Kath, yeah, I mean, I just phoned up to say to Sam and you and Kath to say thanks for taking my call yesterday, because I was in a really far out place, and I think I'm coming out of what they call like shock.
Yeah.
And
So what happened with the police?
Well, they came. The two police officers came up to see me, and I said, "Look, I've been trying to get through to the doctors all day because I'm in a really bad place. This isn't going well. I want to get the doctor's appointment." And then the police turned up because I was, just out of my gourd, basically. And the police turned up, and they said, "Leave it with me, son." And they went down to the doctor's surgery, and within 15 minutes, I'd got a doctor's appointment.
Right.
Why does it take police to get you a doctor's appointment?
Because that could be evidence.
Yeah. So for those who missed it, the last 5 minutes of the show last night, Gavin phoned up. He'd been in an accident, didn't really remember much about it. So what's the latest? What's happened?
The latest, I've been trying to think about killing myself through different methods all day long.
Why?
Because I can't. I'm out of my mind. I've whatever's happened to me has blown my mind.
Okay. Well, what? Okay. Let's find out what happened to the car.
I've got no idea, and it's, as far as I know, it's still where it was.
Right. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you don't know what's happened to the car.
Well, I'm telling you the truth, Matt. I wouldn't lie to you.
Okay, well, I don't believe it. You would have to have told the police where the car was.
I haven't. The only time I spoke to the police was when they came and got me my doctor's appointment.
Right. So you didn't tell the police that you'd been in a hit-and-run accident?
Ian, I had to walk from where the accident happened. I had to walk 3 miles home.
So what? That doesn't. That's irrelevant to the question I just asked. Did you didn't tell them about the hit and run?
No, because they didn't ask.
Come on, man. Because they didn't ask.
No, I'm being honest with you. They didn't. They turned up at my door.
They didn't ask. Come on, man. So you
Ian,
don't know.
I'm being completely straight with you. They didn't ask.
No. I'm going. Well, guess what? The police don't. If they didn't know there'd been a car crash, why would they ask you? Why didn't you volunteer that information?
Because I'm in shock.
Okay.
I'm barely keeping it together.
Okay. So you don't know where your car is. You don't know what happened.
I know where it was.
Right. I don't understand why you want to kill yourself.
Because my mind's blown.
But I don't. Tell me what that means to you.
Shutdown. Complete mental shutdown.
So, can I ask you a question that you might think is rude, but I just need to ask it. Were you stoned or drunk last night?
No.
Okay. You need to go to A&E then.
I can't
can't get there.
Mate, stop making excuses, because if you're talking about killing yourself, if you have walked away from a very serious car accident with no recollection of what happened, and have not told the police about it, you need to pull your finger out of your arse and you need to go and seek medical attention immediately.
And say what?
And say that you have got no idea what's happened for the last 24 hours and that you're thinking about topping yourself.
No, I haven't thought about it. I am going to do it.
Well, thanks for dumping that on me, dude.
Who else have I got to talk to?
Well, you know what? Loads of people.
Yeah, Ian, I'm out of order. I'm sorry, man.
You've totally... Now, listen, this is what you have done.
Honestly, Ian, I'm so
Shut up
sorry,
and
man.
listen.
I
Shut
trust
up.
you and I think you're all right, man.
Shut up and listen. You have now dumped on me and the listeners that you're going to kill yourself.
No, I promise you I won't.
How am I...
promise you I won't.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry, man.
Will you listen for a minute? Will you listen? Listen. Just listen, man. You have dumped a massive steaming turd on my right in front of me, right? And I am totally out of my depth. I have no way to respond to that.
I'm sorry, mate. Seriously, I shouldn't have called. I just wanted to say thanks for last night, and now it's...
And now I'm off to top myself.
No, I'm not going to. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
Dude, you need to get help. You need to get help.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. What was I thinking?
Dude, you're not going to kill yourself.
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not.
No, you're not going to kill yourself.
No, I'm not. I promise you, man. I'm not.
Right. How are we going to sort this out, Gavin? Because we need to sort this out, man.
No, it was stupid.
Forget that. Forget that. We've moved on from that. It's not. You're on the phone, and that's great. I'm glad you're on the phone. So how are we going to sort this out? How are we going to move forward?
No, it's my fault. I shouldn't have called. I shouldn't have called you.
You've called me, and I'm glad
that you helpfully recommend all the time.
You can call them in a minute. You don't have to apologise. I'm glad you've called me. I'm glad you've called me, and I'm glad you've said what you said. And I hope you appreciate the reason why I had to get a little bit angry with you for a second, right? And you can call the Samaritans afterwards.
Yeah, it's just my stupidity.
Stop.
Why would I call you?
Stop apologising.
You're the only person I can talk to, man.
Right.
Fundamentally.
Can I just say, everyone on Twitter, everyone on YouTube, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Right? Stop it. You don't know what you're doing. Stop it. Right. Do you know someone called... Don't apologise. Do you know someone called Andrea?
Yeah, from a long time ago. Yeah.
Andrea H.
Yeah, from a long time ago on Periscope. Yeah.
Right. Will she have your telephone number?
Well, I offered it to her, but she didn't want to. She didn't want to make things personal. I left my number with Sam, and she didn't pick it up.
Okay. Well, this isn't okay. Because she's on one of the people on YouTube that is saying that she's going to try and contact you, right? Everyone else, you're not helping. Andrea, I can read the YouTube comments, Andrea. So if you want to, would you? How would you feel if we gave Andrea your telephone number?
I've tried to give it to her before. Yeah, she's welcome to my phone number, man.
Okay. Andrea, can you get in touch with me and we will pass the number on to you, right?
I'm sorry, mate, I shouldn't... Yeah,
hey, listen, man.
You were quite right. What right do I have to call up with all this nonsense?
No, you have every right to call up with this nonsense. You don't have the right to phone up and say, now I'm going to go and kill myself, because that's unfair.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No, and that's why we've moved beyond that, and that's beautiful, and I'm glad we've moved beyond that. I'm glad you've called me, man. I'm really, really glad you've called me, and I'm glad that we've crossed that suicide bridge, man. So... I'm glad we crossed it, because that's a silly bridge. Just get off that bridge and let's go and sit on the other side.
It's quite a long bridge to cross, isn't it?
What else is going on, though? Because this is a very strange reaction to have to a car crash. Not saying it's not possible to have it to a car crash, But I just feel that there's something else going on.
I've lost my wife.
When was that?
Before I went into, what happened was I took too much drink and drugs and spoiled it all, and I was in hospital for 6 months.
Here we go.
Undergoing some pretty heavy stuff, and when I came out, I'd lost my home and I'd lost my wife.
How long ago did you come out?
I've been straight for about 8 months now, Ian.
Okay, well there we go. Well, this is I think the again. Let me put my amateur psychologist hat on. I would suggest that the car crash has been the catalyst, the release that you needed to let all of this stuff out that's happened, because it's big stuff, man. How are you finding staying clean?
Pretty much something that you said the other day or the other week. You said
that's Andrew. Give him his number.
You wake up and you think, right, maybe tomorrow I'll have a drink or I'll have a joint or something.
Yeah.
But today I'm not going to. I'll just see what happens tomorrow. That's kind of how I deal with it.
Yeah. And how?
Do I like it? No.
No. Of course, I was saying yesterday that I had a little cry. I had a cry yesterday that I can't do cocaine ever again. I was crying about flipping cocaine, the thing that takes me to the darkest, most depraved places. It's horrible.
And yes, there's something else that I really picked up. You say you've got cocaine radar when you're in a room with people, and you just think.
I know it when people are holding. I know it. I can feel it. There's a vibe.
Me too, man. Me too.
How are you staying clean?
Taking every day as it comes. How am I staying clean? I'm drinking a lot of Red Bull.
Okay, well, I would politely suggest weaning yourself off that. I can't touch that stuff because it drives me nuts.
No,
but are you seeing? Are you going to a drugs counsellor? Are you seeing a therapist? Are you going to meetings?
A group called ADAS.
Right.
But it's my mental health that's shot. I mean, the addictions. God bless me. I'm dealing with them all right. I don't lust after alcohol. I don't lust after drugs or anything. I mean, I smoke. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. It's my mental health. It's just completely and utterly gone.
I would suggest that the two things are perhaps a little bit more linked together than you think they are.
Yeah, but I'm just learning about myself again. I'm learning how to be clean.
Yeah.
And it's like discovering yourself every waking minute. You wake up and you're you. And you think, hang on a minute, I haven't been... Who's this person that I'm living with? You know,
and how are you finding yourself? Do you like yourself or do you hate yourself?
Hate it.
Of course you do. Hate yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do. I knew that was going to be the answer, because that's what we do. We hate ourselves. Why should we ever be happy? We don't deserve happiness.
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. Why do I deserve any sort of happiness?
We don't. But actually we do. But we think we don't. I'm really sorry that your marriage broke down, man. That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, blew my life apart. But at the time I was so pissed I didn't even notice it happening.
There you go. Well, well done to your missus for looking after herself. And
wherever she is.
Yeah, well, she did the right thing for her, and but that doesn't make it any easier.
I just wish you could meet me again. Now I'm all clean, and here's the bloke that you wanted to marry, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe that will happen, and maybe it won't happen. Maybe she's been through enough pain, and that's fine. And
yeah, listen, Ian, you're an absolute gentleman. I'm sorry I called up, man.
No, why are you sorry? I'm grateful you called up, because this is great, because it's helping me work out a few things in my head about my life as well, because I'm going through a divorce. Different reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm going through it, and it's devastating, isn't it?
There's almost bits where you sort of don't even want to wake up in the morning, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You just wish sleep would last forever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so there we are.
Yeah, there we are. Life
there we
is,
are, and there we will be.
Life is tough, isn't it?
It's... Since I've been clean, actually, it's an adventure every day, and it's not necessarily a nice adventure to experience.
Oh, it's certainly different from being stoned. But the reason I got high.
Yeah, you don't notice anything that goes on.
The reason I got high was so I wouldn't have to interact with people, so I could isolate, so I could numb all of the feelings.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful when you're out of your gourd on whatever it is you want to do. Yeah. Suddenly there's a knock at the door and you're awake again and you're alive and you think, what have I missed? Yeah. And why are all these people telling me these things? And yeah, you just live with it and you deal with it. And thanks to people like you, I mean, I'm not like sticking my tongue up or blowing smoke anywhere.
Please do.
But you're a top fella, Ian, and thank you for taking my call.
No one does that anymore. Sorry? I was being vulgar. I was being vulgar because that's my defensive thing, is when I feel uncomfortable because people are saying nice things, I become vulgar.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
So up your bum.
Thank you very much. Here's the thing. We're coming to the end of the show. I feel confident that you have, you've not only stepped off of the ledge, but you've also closed the window and locked the window, which is good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
Andrea's going to give you a call.
I'd love to.
She's going to give you a call when I finish. And, you know, be kind, be nice. You know.
She was one of my, before you got all, funny with Periscope and, like, turned all the chat off, I used to speak to her sort of every night when I was listening to you.
Yeah. Periscope's not a particularly nice place, but there are some nice people on there.
I make it my business to be nice on there. I make it my business.
Here we go. Listen, we've had a tweet from Andy. Shall I read you this tweet?
Go on.
You guys need to watch your levels. All over the place tonight. Quite difficult to listen to. Sorry, Andy. Hey, listen, here's what's going to happen, Gavin. You're going to give me a call tomorrow night.
I can't guarantee that.
I would like you to commit to giving me a call tomorrow night, please. Just so that you haven't got to just phone up and say I'm not dead. That's all you got to do.
All right, I will.
You committing to it?
Yeah, all right, Ian, I will.
Beautiful, lovely. I look forward to it. Well, we can have a chat tomorrow if you want, or if you just want to phone up and say, Ian, I'm not dead, and hang up. Beautiful. That'll work with me.
Like Caddick does.
Well, don't be asleep. Gavin, I'm really grateful for your call. Thank you for thinking you could call us and share this stuff with us. I genuinely mean that.
No, thank you, brother. Honestly, thank you. All the best.
I'm going to cut you off now.
Okay.
There we go. Hope the levels were okay. Poor bloke. I knew it wasn't just a car crash. That's, you know, that's. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Sam. Paul Ross is up next. We'll be back tonight at 10 o'clock.